So, good evening, everybody. Yes, I am slightly late. Only 2 minutes. Only 2 minutes. We're on a different brew tonight. We are on latte coffees with the vanilla and the chocolate sprinkle. So, something slightly different tonight, but no doubt it will go down the rabbit hole very, very quickly tonight. Quick hi to everybody in the room. So, Chris Hamilton, Crumbly Mal, Curious Goose, Hells on Two Wheels, Exeter, all in the room. We're going to jump into it very, very quickly tonight. Simon is meant to be joining us, but I don't know when. But the first guy up we're going to bring in is Andy, GSA Tractor. If you don't know Andy, I'm going to let him tell you all about himself.
That's nice, isn't it? Drop you straight in it.
I know, thought, yeah, get you straight in there. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Andy, for everybody that's in the room and everyone that's going to be obviously watching it on the follow-up.
Yeah, nothing really. Just enjoying the channel and basically been riding for 7 years. Same as Simon. I passed my direct taxes just before Simon. That's actually where I met him. And that's about it, really. Done 12 countries on 2 different bikes, and that's about it.
Brilliant, brilliant.
Trying to get a channel up and running, and
it's going well. Yeah, camera's looking good at the moment. You've got some good audio on that.
Speaking of that, I actually got the media mod for the GoPro, so I can put a microphone on the GoPro 10 at last.
Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely.
I think the image quality is pretty good, so yeah, I'm quite happy with it.
Excellent. Loads and loads of things to cover tonight. So obviously I'm going to have loads of tickers running across the bottom of the box on this one. We'll start off with this one. And of course, if you didn't know, obviously Meatloaf Marlon passed away today. So RIP Meatloaf, brilliant musician. And yet another famous one lost to the old pearly gates, unfortunately. Very, 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 very good artist, though. So listen to him for absolutely ages. Very, very quick one, Andy, because obviously you know what my old LS2 looked like. We have the new one here. So this is the new LS2 Valiant, slightly more aggressive at the front. But this one is actually 180 degrees modular on this. So the old one used to finish up the top here somewhere. This one actually pivots all the way to the back. But the one thing I do like is obviously it's got some really nice locking cams on the front of it, big metal latches that click that in. So that's not coming apart. But looking at the bottom of the helmet, look at how much you have to push your head to get into that helmet. And you've also got the nice chin strap as well. So there's literally no air coming in the bottom of that helmet at all. Absolutely brilliant. And I've managed to put the new drift onto the side and fit the little microphone adapter in. So it's as snug as a bug in a rug. I did speak to LS2 about putting their microphone setup on it. And they said, oh, you might struggle to fit it into the helmet because obviously because it's so lower down now, the actual communicator is in the neck strap. And that's the problem we had with the old LS2. It broke the wires in there, just lifting it on and off all the time, moving them straps, broke the cables. And one of my friends said to me, he said, no, you want to get the Cardo Pack Talk because it's mesh communication. If you're in a big rider group, you can mesh everybody up on the same channel. Oh, and it's compatible with Senna, Interphone. It links to everything. So I've ordered the Cardo Pack Talk for it. Cool. But yeah, we'll see what that's done. There was a page, I think it was either you or Simon that sent me the page, and it's this one, Biker Escorts UK.
Please, Simon.
Yeah, I think I got an invite from one of you two, but I went across and joined the group on it. And this Biker Escorts, it's a very, very good, very, very good group.
Yeah, I think it's run by Dean Carpenter. He's part of our rap group. What I say?
Evening, Simon. Evening, Tracy.
Tracy. Hello.
Quick hi. Howie's in the room, so hi, Howie.
I heard you, Andy, go, You normally never shut you up.
No, never lost the words, is Andy. He was.
No, that's what everyone said to me. So yeah, we're just saying, Simon, obviously Meatloaf has passed on, so RIP to Meatloaf. This Biker Escorts UK, I went and obviously joined the group I think it was either you or Andy that it pinged up in my thing. Simon or Andy follows this. So, I'll go and have a look. Very, very good group on that. So I thought, all right. Obviously, for everybody that doesn't know, biker escorts aren't just in our area; they're across the entire UK. I think Ireland as well. The idea is funerals, weddings, birthdays. You need a biker escort. You stick it on their page, telling them what you want, and the guys will turn up. And they don't, obviously it's free of charge. You have to basically provide your own petrol, and you do it for the love of it. You're not going to be charging people for it. But what a brilliant idea! Quick hi to Burning Gas Hauling Ass, and the man himself has just joined us in the stream, Mr. Hell's on 2 wheels. How you doing, buddy?
What's up?
How
Hey,
you doing?
brother.
I'm just getting set up in the new home base right now.
Oh,
Oh,
lovely.
that's
I
not a
did-
camper van.
I did a couple of your Instagram photos this week.
You said you're going with the Cardos?
Yeah, Cardo Pack Talk Bold.
Yep, that's what we run. This Cardos.
Yeah, everybody said it's probably one of the best intercoms that you can get, and it's very easy to use.
Now, which headphones did you get? Did you get the 40 mil or the 45 mil?
I have no idea till it turns. It's got the little connector that goes on the side of the helmet, and then they either give you a plug-in mic with a little screen on it to stick on the front, or you get a boom mic with it. And I've gone with the boom mic.
Well, yeah. Well, it all comes in the same
Mm,
package. You get both in the same package when you.
that's
order.
it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the 45 mil JBLs, because we did the 40 mils, they were all right, but the 45s are just clear as day. Like, especially if you want to run music or something on top of talking, it's awesome.
Excellent. Yeah, it was on recommendation because obviously the LS2 has its own inbuilt system. But everyone said to me, for ease of use, and you haven't got to touch anything. Like with my one, I have to actually press the button and then give it a command. So open music, give me directions too. And the guy was showing me, and he just said, "Watch this," and he's got it on. He's went, "Hey Cardo, play music." Boom, and it plays music, and I'm like, "Hey Cardo, dial home or dial wife," and boom, and it does it. Or if someone phones in, end call.
Yeah, and the noise cancellation with the mic is excellent.
But obviously he was saying, he said, all you have to do is link it up. He said, if everybody's on sort of Cardo, if everyone's got Cardo or they've got Senna, you can do this mesh communication. So if a rider goes outside the group, it cuts them off. As soon as they come back into the group and they reach a decent bang, they're back in on the mesh. Which is one you don't get that with Bluetooth. Obviously, some of the Bluetooth helmets, you have to recalibrate them all again.
And with Cardos, the more Cardos you have, the better the signal is.
Yeah, because it bounces from one to the other. So it's a really good idea. Quick one. Hi to MT Belly. He's just put up. I was lucky when my insurance ran out before it all kicked off. Bikeshaw myself got a great deal from them. A lot of us are with Bikeshaw because obviously username Kate is an emissary for them. Gets promoted by Carl Fogarty as well. But obviously the big debacle with MCEs. It's not actually the group MCE, it's the underwriters that went to the wall and took MCE with them. So it's blame it all on the underwriters. Quick one for Exeter. It depends, Exeter. I paid the book price on it was 180. And they said if you can do a review and do a little bit of blogging using your Cardo and show how it works, we'll do it for 100 quid. So I got an £80 discount on it. So I'm quite happy with that. And obviously the same with the LS2. They are £280 brand new, and I paid £60 for it. But thanks to the guys at LS2 for that, because they obviously knew the story behind why my old crash helmet went down. So thanks to the guys at LS2 as well. So yeah, I got a little bit of a discount on it, but got to give them a plug over the next couple of weeks and push the LS2 brand and push Cardos a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I went for the Senna because it's I got the Shuey Neotech, the Neotech 2. Senna just clips into it. It's like when you look at the helmet, it doesn't look like it's got an intercom. You just got 3 little buttons on the side. The whole thing clips into the helmet. It's all integrated.
Yeah,
So
very similar.
Yeah.
Quick one, because obviously Bikes, Beers and Brews Ben We've all done this 10-minute moto vlog, no intro, no outro. Now everyone's been saying it's the Rev Bomb Challenge. It's not. It was started by Goofy Bastard. I have no connection in starting anything. I just got sent it by Simon. And obviously everybody jumped on it and said, oh, 10-minute moto vlog, Rev Bomb's done it. No, it was not started by me. So I'm going to put all the onus and all the glory on Goofy Bastard, I think he rides in the States, Simon. You know him better than I do.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
Yeah, so he started the challenge, Goofy started it, and obviously it's come across the pond to us, and I took up the challenge, and everyone's jumped on it, but the original starter of that one, there is a new one out, Bikes, Beards and Brews, Ben, has started a new challenge, which is the Silent Movie Challenge, so you can do whatever you want, you can hold up little cards, but it's basically got to be a silent movie challenge, you can put a bit of music to it, but you're not allowed to talk on it. So that is something that I have got in edit at the moment. It is going to be as funny as hell because I am going to get ribbed because I have done it in the style of Buster Keaton in black and white. But trying to edit a color footage into black and white is an absolute nightmare. To do everything in monochrome and get all the levels right on that. But I had a message today. I don't think I am going to be taking this one up. I'm going to put it up on the banner, and it's called the Lickety Challenge. So what you have to do, you have to ride your bike, stop your bike, take your crash helmet off, and lick your bike in 3 separate places.
That'd be a bit salty.
Yeah.
What are we doing next? The Tide Pod Challenge? I mean, this is stupid.
I know, that's what I said. You know, I think I'll pass on this one. I am not getting off my bike halfway through a ride to take my helmet off and go and lick my bike in 3 separate places.
It'd be more of a challenge if you had to get off your bike, lick a stranger's bike, then get back on and zoom off quick.
Yeah. But there's loads. I think people are getting bored now, and obviously they're waiting to get out for the sort of summer days in the UK and have a ride. But
there's only 2 things I lick. One's an ice cream, and the other one's not a bike. So
exactly. Oh God! Right, I've got final 2 here. Just going to go through some of those. Oh God, the side ones here. So Westerns, we paid $350 for the Duo Cardo. Yeah, there's 2 in a box on that one. Cardo Pack Talk Slim's about $350, $400. That's not bad. Been with Senna because obviously Howie's been with Senna for the last 10 years. Well pleased. Never tried the Cardo. I can do that. Give us a tunnel. I know. As James said, vloggers are a strange bunch. Yeah, we whoever thought of that as a bit of a fetish. I can't even remember who said it. That's quite a good one from Howie. Another challenge: do a vlog impersonating another vlogger. That would be a good challenge. Something to think about for the near future.
Hey, all you swamp wizards and weirdos.
Someone said to me, and obviously Simon did it on Sunday. Simon was up Super Sausage. I turned up first, and then Simon pulled in. Out the back of his bike, he pulls a flask. Oh, I'm going to get a coffee. And I said to him, no, I'll go inside. I'll buy you a coffee. But someone said to me, what do you do if you're doing long distance and you pull over at the side of the road? You've had enough riding. How would you get yourself a brew if there is no cafe? And I said to him, go and have a look at Military Biker, or go and look at Scousey's video where he goes up into the Rockies and he actually makes himself a brew. Now, I have one of these in the top box of my bike, and it's called a jet boil. So all I tend to do is put a litre. I've got a little plastic bottle, litre of water in it, my jet boil in the top box, and I have these instant sachets that have got milk, sugar, and coffee in them. So it's literally drop it in, add your hot water, give it a stir. You've got an instant hot coffee at the side of the road, and it takes 2 minutes. Do any of you guys do that?
No, if there ain't a Starbucks or a Costa, I ain't stopping.
No, you don't have to warm up whiskey. So
that's that problem solved. So we've cleared that one. And obviously Michelin have now announced that they've got the Road 6 out, or the Road 6 GT. And someone said to me, so what would you prefer, the Michelin Road 6, or would you prefer the Pirelli Angel GT2? As Simon said, I'm already biased. I was a Michelin biker for years. I always had the pilots or the pilot sports on it. I always had a decent brand of Michelin. I never went anywhere else until I took the GTR out. And those tyres that are on that GTR stick like the proverbial hotcake. We come back from Super Sausage on Sunday. Now, obviously, I took the lead on the way back. And for once in my life, I managed to leave Simon standing in fourth gear. I think it shocked him a little bit. And everyone said, what are those tyres on your bike? How do they chug so good? Pirelli Angel GT2s, but they are the reinforced ones for the GTRs. You must have the reinforced one. But yeah, I'm a Pirelli convert now, so it's definitely Pirelli with me. Hells, what do you use on your bike?
Bridgestones.
BTs?
Yep.
Yeah, BT023s.
Now, it don't matter because we've been riding in snow and ice, so nothing hooks. All right. Like, we went out Monday, and I thought I found a good dry spot. I was going, I was still sideways everywhere. So,
Your preferred choice of tyre, Andy?
I used to like the PR5s. I've got the Anarchies on the GS at the minute. They seem to be pretty good. I did look at the Michelin 6s, the Road 6s. They don't do them in a trial version, so I can't get them for the rear of mine at the moment. And they're like over 300 quid a set for the PR6s at the moment. But I'm liking the Anarchies. They're 20% off-road, 80% on-road, and I've been out in all weather, and they've not let go yet.
Good tyre.
So,
Howie's just said Jetboil or Flask. Good idea. Yeah, Jetboils are brilliant. They're a lot of money, but they do the job.
So my better half's sitting right here, and she was asking if you guys are having problems getting tires over there. Because we are having a horrible problem.
It's if you're going for sort of mid-range tyres, you can get them pretty quick. There is a shortage at the moment of Avons, but I don't know many bikers that use Avon tyres. Most of it is Michelin, Pirelli, Bridgestone, but BT023s or Pirellis we can normally get them within about 3 days.
Yeah, I've been looking around, and pretty much most of the places I use are in stock.
Not over here. I've been waiting for 3 months for this next set. So it's been tough.
Yeah, quick hi to all the guys from the 1000cc club. They're all in the room. Protein Ghost here as well. We met him on Sunday. Got very, very dirty.
Have you got that picture of him somewhere? That was funny.
I have it on my phone, believe it or not. Let me see if I can find it for everybody that missed the run. If you haven't seen the video of me and Simon's run to the Super Sausage on Sunday, MT10, lovely bike, but that is a white hoodie. Shall I say it was a white hoodie?
I didn't take a picture. I was busy laughing. That is absolutely minging. It was so funny. You really made my day. You did, Brandon.
The best bit, Brandon, was the face.
Yeah,
he got very, very dirty.
That's what you get for riding with your visor open.
Yeah, exactly. But it was a great meeting. It was good to see some of those bikes there as well. Some female riders, so it was great fun. Paul Keaton's here. Hi, Paul. Boo's here as well. Yay! Barry's here as well. Evening, Barry. A lot of people saying, "What do you carry?" Obviously, how do you carry items on your bike? Do you use a backpack, top box? Brandon doesn't use anything. They do a very, very good. They call it a biker's backpack, which is like a molded backpack, which is a great idea. I am not a lover of having a rucksack on the back because all your contents all move around. And we had one of our riders that he used to carry a full, it was literally like a military haversack on his back, huge, great thing. And he went round the corner on his bike, the whole lot shifted and pulled him off the bike. The bike carried on, left him there. So, yeah, I'm not a lover of wearing backpacks. Top box, brilliant idea, or a 40-litre bag on the pillion seat. As they say, you can get these strap-on rear seat bags now, so get yourself one of those. if you do not have luggage, I would buy luggage. Yeah, get yourself good tank bag, pockets, tank bag. That's another good idea as well. So there's loads of comments coming in on the side chat. If you find any luggage, yeah, it does. It chucks the cornering off as well. So just obviously make sure that if you are carrying luggage, that you've got it equally balanced and spaced out across the bike. Quick one for Chris Hamilton. The Pilot Road 6s are coming out in 2022. It's all over MCN. All the tyre companies are all phoning everybody.
They're out.
They're out. They're out. Do you want to place your orders for them? I'll place the orders when people decide they want to order them, come in and pay for them. With all our tyres, pay up front for them. So
183 quid for a rear and about 130, 140 for a front at the
minute. How's Andy Simon Rev? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm going to put the StreamYard link up one more time. So if anybody wants to come and join us on the stream and chuck his face up on camera, you're very welcome to do so. I think that's just about all the questions covered. So let me just go back into my banners. Brew time about Lickety challenge, RIP Meatloaf. Yeah, so that is it. So I can now put up the over 18s disclaimer. As we said in the chat now, it's changed its name. It's still Friday Night Live, and it used to be Come In. We're now going to call it Bikes, Beers and Bollocks. It starts on bikes. We have a few beers, and then it just goes down the rabbit hole and becomes just a pile of bollocks. So,
right, now you put your disclaimer up. Does that mean I can fucking swear?
You can do what you like there, Simon. You'll probably find that Phil is probably lurking in the background watching this. So he was on for 2 hours last week, and he said, I sat watching you. I said, you should have said something in the room. And he went, no. He said, I just sat watching you, but you tend to do more of the talking. I went, because none of these buggers down here ever say anything.
Well, as Phil knows, you don't shut up.
That's true. That's true. Got to keep the stream going, though.
Every time I talk,
we end up having to talk over you to get a word in.
Let Drew go on. Let Drew can do something now. Tell us about your rides for this week, Drew.
Oh, I was going to say, every time I talk, you get a flag. Every time I do something, it comes off music. It goes sideways.
I know. Yeah, I think it was Simon that got the monetary strike on the last one for playing I Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day. So I had to go in. I spent an hour and a quarter muting 1 minute of audio.
That's all right, because on my live stream afterwards, on Christmas Eve, I got one too, so I had to do the same thing.
I'm just wondering if you guys missed me, because I missed you guys.
Oh, God, yeah.
I missed the hell out of you. You know that, El.
Yeah. I'm waiting for obviously Gareth and Sarah to get their asses in the room as well, because Sarah's done some really, really good videos over the last couple of weeks.
Yes, she has.
Yeah, it's like she's getting past Gareth now, because I did put a mention. I think it was one of their videos. I said it won't be long before you guys are sort of someone's coming out. Oh, can I get a selfie? Can I get an autograph? And I think he replied and said, "Oh, we're not that famous. Believe me, Burning Gas Hauling Ass will be big time in a couple of years."
Yeah, this Sunday's video is going to be the missus riding the twisties over here in the States. So,
that's worth looking forward to.
Yep. So,
quick one. I'd love to come on, but it's film night with Mrs. Goose. Yeah, we don't want to know what type of films.
I have a delivery. Did you order a pizza?
Yeah, one of those. Yeah.
Oops, my towel fell off.
Baby milk. I'm trying to figure out what I can make of that at the minute.
Oh, Jesus. Quick one from Western Rider. He just there's a clip on YouTube where the rider came off and his flask entered his kidney. Oh, yep. Jesus.
My flask always enters my kidney.
Talking of obviously Burning Gas Hauling Ass, Sarah is in the room. Evening, Sarah. Quick one. He said, Protein Ghost tells you're killing me. Sidely, the StreamYard's up in the link if you want to jump on that, Sarah, and let us know on that one. Couple of quick things. Obviously, we've got coming up. I think it's going to be in the next couple of weeks. Is obviously doing a lot more. Someone said to me about doing servicing videos or how to adjust your chain. I went, there are hundreds on YouTube. If you want to go and see chain adjustments, just go and click on YouTube. Everybody's doing. we're going to do something slightly different. We're going to be doing electrical investigations, and I'm going to be filming Phil while he does an electrical investigation using like an oscilloscope and a probe, and how certain electrics are done on the bike. But it's going to be way over people's heads. How to do pin-out testing on ECUs.
Bit of an Inspector Clouseau, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got to fit my rear hugger and fender extender Monday, so I could do a video on that. But
yeah, it's worth doing. Yeah, I'm going to bring in another one on the stream. It's the man himself, all the way from up north. It's Lockwood.
Hey, how we doing?
Lockwood.
What's up?
Hey.
All right. Have any of you got a word on edgewise? Has he been doing all the talking?
He's been doing all the talking. Yeah, you know what he's like.
We're going to do the Chatty Cathy challenge next after Red Bomb. Because Doofy Bastards wasn't enough talking. We're going to do the Red Bomb challenge, Chatty Cathy.
Yeah. That would be good. Yeah. Brilliant. Well, how's it going?
It's going well. We're waiting for Jim Diesel to turn up because obviously, don't you start, bloody Gareth started. Lockwood's here. It's Rev's hero. Get over. Yes,
the rest of us will be kicked out of the room in a minute, and it'll just be Rev and Lockwood. I feel like.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Why is Gareth just sitting in the chat room and not hanging out with us?
I know. Yeah.
He's obviously a scaredy cat.
Yeah, quick one. Yeah, it is now Lockwood 92.
Yes, that's right. I've not changed it yet on the channel, but the plans to do that over the next week or so. I've got a premiere coming out on Tuesday for Robbie Burns night. So once that's done, I will change it. Yes, it's getting changed. Sir Lockwood.
Oh, you're trying. You're being right old bunch of arseholes tonight.
Paul, you might as well spell my name right.
Yeah, he's in Africa. Oh, that's why Gareth's not on. He's Lockwood even spell checker. Yeah, exactly. Oh, piss off. The only reason I like Lockwood's videos is for that Viffer. I do love that bike. And I actually had someone, he said to me, he said, I follow you on YouTube. He said, you're always commenting on Lockwood's. I went, go watch the video of him riding the bike. The one where the car is in the ditch.
Yes.
And I went, go and watch Simon's videos, go and watch any other rider's videos and watch how they corner the bike. And he went, yeah. I said, now look how connected Lockwood is with that VFR. It's literally an extension of his body. That is what I said, literally like watching MotoGP. I do like watching a lot of MotoGP and just watching how they get the bikes or how they corner the bikes. And you go and watch some of these riders and you think, oh, I've been riding for 10 years. Yeah, well, you can't ride the bloody bike, can you?
Yeah, good camera angles. That's what I'll say.
That's what you said. Good camera.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Quick one from MT Belly. He did a video of his battery terminal fell off his bike. That was definitely a Friday bike. They've put three wires into one crimp terminal. And you wonder why that terminal's broke with a strain of 3 wires pulling on it. Definitely. I'd be straight down the dealer. Or, as I said, put three separate terminal connections and just connect them all up at the same time. But he did sort it. Yeah, so sorted. Quick one. Here we go. Lockwood. All
right, Marky boy.
But you can't forgive him. He's a Yamaha rider, so.
I think every battery on a bike, I think, should have like 2 terminals either side. I know you can get them, and actually, I was speaking to Zedhead. The battery failed on his bike this morning. He was planning to come out with us this morning, and he checked the battery yesterday. The bike was flat, so he charged the battery and then went out this morning, and it was still flat. So he's had to fork out for a new battery. But he was telling me he got one with like the dual terminals on, so that you can obviously attach quite a lot to your battery, because you know what it's like. You get so many things on there, and it gets to the stage where the screw just doesn't go in anymore because you've got too many terminals on it. So I think every bike should have a dual terminal.
Definitely.
I think Gareth's right. You do look like you're blushing, Rev.
No, I'm always red. It's bloody warm in here. She's had the heating on, and I said to her earlier, I said, Jesus Christ, what you got the heating set for? 24. And I'm like, Christ almighty, turn it down. So we've turned the heating off, but it's absolutely cooking because we've got 3 layers of fiberglass in the loft. So this office absolutely traps the heat. So I'm toasty as hell at the moment.
Yep.
Oh, quick one. Marine Rider is in the room. How you doing, buddy? Yay, Marine's here as well. So if you haven't been on Military Bikers channel, Marine is always in there. Damn good rider as well. So yeah, he's in the room. Good to see you, Marine. And
he's always eating crayons, so.
Oh yes, but you can still use a crayon when it's broke in half. That's a good point.
Yeah.
What was the other one? We was going to cover another one. I can't remember what it is now.
Lockwood's coming in to put you off, isn't he?
No. Oh, that was it. They were saying it's going to be a bumper year for riding 125s this year. Well, if it is, I haven't seen the 125 sales increase at the moment. I think we've sold 1 bike in the last 3 weeks. Everybody is hanging around for warmer weather.
Mm.
No
but
one wants to ride.
And saying that, though, it's so mild at the moment, isn't it? It really is mild. I've never seen a January like it. And
I don't know, -5 last night weren't mild for me. It was a bit too cold.
Oh, this morning.
No, it's fine up here. It's usually the other way about, but no, it's
it
fine up
usually
here.
is,
Yeah.
It's climate change, that.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Scotland's the new Spain. That's what it is. Just give it a few years.
You'll have to send yours.
Glasgow, yeah.
There was obviously Simon knows who Heart Radio is. We've got a local station. I think it's it goes around the UK, but they've got Heart Radio in different towns. There was one in Milton Keynes this week. Now they have a website where you can actually put requests up, or you can ask questions. And someone said, "Is it true that obviously with the new laws on lockdown, they're not allowing people into the country that can't speak correct English, and they're not going to be giving anybody that can't speak English benefit payments." And they've said, don't know, you would need to check the gov.uk website, and someone actually put underneath it, does it include Scots and Scousers?
Wow.
I'm like, oh Jesus, that's gonna. And then they pulled the post down. I was like, and I just managed to screenshot it before they pulled it down as well. So that was one of mine. Quick one, Revway you took on Sunday. I think Simon was on a 125 exactly. Yeah, I did put a little bit of clock blur in there. That's the first time in I think since I've had it that I've actually opened that GTR up, and God did it pull.
I say you've never done that before in front of me, and you caught me by surprise. I was in 4th gear, I was half asleep, and next thing I know, you're tearing off down the road. Oh well, here we go.
Don't listen to. He said that to me in my tractor when I tore off. He says, "Oh, I wasn't expecting that."
Air Force Weapons King. I got a can of air.
I'm Air Force, so I can make that joke. So
yeah. Bump started my bike today. I slid down the road, trying to drop the clutch. Nobody saw. I really wanted to see you get out on the bike, but the salt down here. Yeah, the salt out there is absolutely awful. It really is bad. I took the
dust spray. It's terrible.
I know. I took that Derval out yesterday. Well, they call it a Deville or a Derval. Someone said it was a devil, but I got as far as the Tesco roundabout, and that thing was just I was on brand new rubber, and that was just sliding all over the road. And I coasted back at 30 miles an hour. But I did say to him, I said, "You're going to have to go careful on that because it was so slippy out there. It was literally 1 degree, but the water on the road was literally just turning to sheet ice all the time." And I'm like, forget that idea. Back to the garage for a coffee.
Yeah. I was out
the
today.
NT700. They used to call that the Dolesville because it's very dull.
That was it. The Doleville. That's it.
Yeah. That's a good tag actually. The Doleville. Yeah. I was out today, me and two of the boys, and God, the roads. I don't know if you've seen my Insta pic that I put on a couple of hours ago, but my bike was black. You know, it really was. That the white wheel at the back was just black with just a amount of crap on the road, and you get to a stage as well where you've got all the muck right in the middle, so you find that you're having to sit on a track, you know, and if you do go to overtake, you're taking you're taking your life into your hands just going out to overtake. It's treacherous.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But obviously Simon knows all about that because he rides every day. So
I haven't done this week. It's been great.
You've had the car.
No. I've had a week off work, so I stayed at home and I had all these plans to go here and go there. And every morning I got up, there's about an inch of frost outside. I'm like, no heating on, staying in.
Oh, definitely. I think the last one to cover. The old Honda C90. So if you ever had a Honda C90. They're looking to do a Spain tour, 1,368 miles. So that is going to be absolutely nuts for them. So, as Paul said, Simon and his heated jacket.
Yeah, Simon and his heated jacket weren't going out this week. That was too cold even for that. And I saw that.
No, you did have it on I think it was Sunday as well. So
yeah, and I switched it on. Yeah.
Simon, do you ever wear it when you're not on the bike?
Yeah, it's actually quite a good jacket because it's windproof. So I do take my motorbike jacket off and I walk around wearing that. The downside is it's only got one pocket, but yeah, I mean, as long as you can tuck the wires away on it and just wander around wearing it.
Can you stick a battery bank on it and actually switch it on? Yeah. So you could effectively be walking about with a heated jacket on. Yeah,
Key still actually sell the battery packs for them. So yeah, they don't last very long once you switch them on. A couple of hours is about all you get out of it. But if you're having a wander around,
see, if I was wearing one of them, I'd just want to find like a field full of snow and go and do a snow angel on it and see if I could melt out the snow.
Yeah, you would.
A quick one from Gary said, "Is that a heated Eagles hat?"
Yes, it is. It's very heated, Gareth. Very heated, and yeah, don't start me off because I won't shut up about it. Cheating bloody bucks, but never mind.
Howie throws my nads off today, sorting some camping gear out. -4 in Somerset. You can keep it down there. Yeah, keep it down there. I think it's been 1 or 2 degrees today, but it's been all right. Definitely.
I think we must have been about 10 or 12. I mean, I was out on the Viffer today, so obviously it's not got any thermometer. But
warm up there.
It's warm up here. It really is warm.
It's saving all the cold weather from when we come up in June.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. It'll just piss for 2 weeks.
So in your guys' Celsius, we've been at -4 today. So,
God,
that's nippy.
That is cold. Then that is definitely cold.
Yeah. I was going to ride, but still too much snow on the ground.
Right. 18 watching and only 8 likes on the video. Come on, guys!
Thumbs up, people. Hit the like button a little bit more. You can tell that I'm on my own tonight because the wife's gone shopping with the card, so she's just I've got 3 bags of shopping and spent £50. I was like, oh, what you got? I got you some washing tablets. All right, yeah, but I'm not going to go and climb inside a washing machine, am I?
Here comes the Tide Pod challenge from motor vloggers.
Quick one, from Paul. Hope the weather gets better because Paul is redoing his mod 2, take 2. So you ought to come in and tell us about that because obviously Paul popped in and was telling me about it. So if you get a chance, Paul, pop in on camera and tell all the boys about it. Western's meant to be going down to the New Forest tomorrow. It's going to be a van day by the Mendips. Yeah, definitely take the van.
Protein Ghost, let us know the date and time, mate. Let us know.
Yeah, obviously, colder winter, more midges in the summer. Horrible little things. Definitely, yeah, that's definitely a thing for midges in the summer. Oh, Sarah's just saying it was about 5 here today.
Right. Yeah.
What's that? 12:30 Glasgow way though, aren't they? Yeah, let us know date and time, mate. Let us know.
Oh God, yeah, let us know. Yeah, we're definitely up for a little bit of that one. So yeah, it's just the 125. That's a good idea, really. If you don't want to take your big bike out in the winter, and you're worried about all the road salt and everything, go and buy yourself a little cheap 125 and just potter around on a 125. It's still 2 wheels.
Yeah,
so,
I'll do that just for you, bro.
Curious because the last time I was in Scotland, I got a serious sunburn. Was that from the sun off of the snow?
Yeah.
I think that was 1982.
Yeah.
It was reflecting off the rain as it came down.
Yeah, definitely.
Mad.
Right, final couple. Obviously, if you're not a member on Facebook, 1000cc Club, and obviously there is a huge following. I think last time I looked, it's coming up for nearly 17,000 followers on it. So good one. 1000cc Club on Facebook. Go and join that. Put a picture of your bike up, and you can obviously go and chat with those and come and meet Brandon and Barry and everybody from the 1000cc Club. Super Sausage. We're going to bring him in. It's the man himself. It's the mad old biker. He's still on his L plates. Yeah, go on, Paul. You can. He's already told me the story. So while I'm going to make another cup of coffee, you can fill in everybody on what happened.
Can everyone hear me all right? I'm on my laptop today.
Yeah, good volume. Yeah.
Yep.
You look like you're on a ship. It's going up and down, up and down.
No, I'm babysitting the kids tonight.
No.
Yeah.
No. You are not.
Horrible kids.
Yeah, you're great.
Go to bed. Shut up. Right. My mod 2. I basically made the silly mistake of taking a twin set of roundabouts. I mean, I think my problem was the examiner gave me the instruction of what I wanted to do on a twin set of roundabouts in St Helens in Merseyside. And he told me quite well in advance that he wanted me to take the third exit on the first roundabout and the second exit on the second roundabout. And by the time I got to the second roundabout, there was a roadblock put in by the police, and it kind of threw me off because I thought that was my exit that I wanted. And because I probably failed to give a shoulder check before I changed the direction that I was going, he put me down as a serious on that one, and that one obviously is a fail. So
yeah,
at the end of the day, yeah, I have to take accountability for that. It was my error. I probably could have made good on it by just readjusting my road position or whatever, but I found it very strange being in an area that I've never driven in or ridden in, and the only reason why I was up there in the first place was because I took my training with a Manchester-based company who's a friend of mine, RJH Motorcycle Training, who got me through my CBT, got me through my Mod 1 without a single hitch. And I think my problem was perhaps maybe a little bit of overconfidence because I'd ridden fairly faultlessly according to my instructor, and I didn't have that humility and that nervousness that perhaps keeps you on your game. I was perhaps a bit too cocky, so my fault, my responsibility. So next time round on Feb the 15th, I'm going to be doing it in Atherton in Manchester, where there are no suicidal roundabouts, mad school run mums in their armoured Range Rovers. So hopefully it'll be a better time round, but I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes.
Oh well, sorry to hear that, mate.
I was quite lucky when I done mine, because I'd said this before. There was 2 of us had were test that morning, and I was the second one. So we did like an hour of roughly the route that they would have taken, and then when the first guy was away doing his test, I did another hour, basically doing the same route again. And then when I did the test, so there was no surprises because I'd already effectively done it twice that morning. So it was a doddle for me, but I can't imagine what it would be like if you hit like a double roundabout in an area that you're not aware of and you're trying to kind of look about to see what lane you should be in and look at the signs and how many exits has this got, and it must be a bit of a nightmare if you've never been in the area.
Yeah, but think about it for a minute. Say, for example, a scenario being, one day we all meet up and we all go on a tour. We will no doubt be going through towns and places that we don't know. So it kind of follows my logic that you're going to be a little bit more aware of the road signs, a little bit aware of where you're going. So that wouldn't have been a real defense for me, purely and simply because they would just turn around and say, well, you should be really looking at the signs and the road and the conditions, the environment, and things like that. I don't know. What do you think?
So, yeah, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, you've got someone behind you that's watching your every move, and that's also in the back of your head as well. That's one extra thing that you're thinking about. And if you were to make that error when you're out with the boys, you're not going to get strucken off and sent home.
No.
You just kind of get on with it if you make that little mistake. So I think it's just unfortunate that you were just in an area that you weren't that sure about.
True. But we'll see what happens the next time round. I'm just very wary. I mean, I've done everything I possibly can. I've looked at lots of YouTube videos. I've looked at lots of manuals. I've looked at, roadcraft. So I've put in the preparation. I've put in the time, and I don't know how long ago it was you guys all passed, but I spent about 950 quid on these lessons before the test, and then because I failed the mod 2, that's another 250 quid on top because you have to pay for the hire of the bike and an hour before.
Yeah. That's added pressure as well, isn't it? Because that if you were to fail, you have to fork out again.
Yeah, this is it. This is the problem. But
yeah, I never done the mod 1, mod 2. It was just a straight CBT, and then you would do your lessons and do your tests. So it was one big test for me, which was about I don't know, trying to think.
It'll be before 2009.
18 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, it all changed in 2009 when they revamped the whole system and changed it. And again, it's set to change again in the next couple of years, where there will be perhaps, because what you got now is a setup where you have your mod 1, which is the slow control part of it in a paddock area, which is enclosed. There's only one rider in there at any one time, and the paddock area has all cones laid out, where the first bit is the manual handling, where you move the bike manually from one position to another without touching any cones. Then you do the slalom, then you do the figure of 8, then you do a controlled stop, then you do an emergency stop, and then you do the swerving to avoid the cones bit. Now, that's only 8 things you've got to do. So the mod 1 test that you do all this preparation for, all in all, takes literally 15 minutes. And the failure rate is apparently a lot higher on the mod 1 than it is on the mod 2, because a lot of people crack up on the slow control part of it. Yeah. What they're hoping to do is change this to keep it all in one day, because there's a few days between the mod 1 and mod 2 for some reason. I don't know why.
This mod 1, mod 2, is that a Euro thing? Was that to tie in with Europe? Yeah, so we can obviously change it then to someone else. Because you see what they've done with the HGV. They've made the changes to that to make it easier to get your class 1. But whether that was to do with a shortage just before Christmas, or whether this is just the way that it's going to be, I don't know.
You see, I did my test. God, mine was 1983.
Where you got sent around the block.
It was well, the first test I did was in a place called Bedford, because the Bletchley one did not do motorcycles back then. It was either Leighton Buzzard or you had to go to Bedford. And I ended up, all right, I used to go to college in Silsoe, which was just round the corner. So I thought, right, I'll scoot to college, grab my paperwork for the day, do my bike test, and then I can scoot home, do my paperwork, and then drop it back to college next week. On the way to the test, I met a Mini on a hairpin bend and ended up dropping 40 foot into a farmer's field. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't make my bike test. I came round 2 hours later in Oxford Hospital being patched back together, and ended up with I've got a pin in the right knee. But my dad said to me, he said, I've rebooked your test when? In 3 weeks' time. I'm in plaster for 6 weeks. So that they ended up cutting my plaster cast down to just below my knee and just above my knee, enough that I could bend my legs slightly. But I didn't have, I had a Honda 250 back then. And my dad said, well, you can borrow my BSA. It's 250. All right. But it was a right-hand gear change. So they ended up screwing a Coke can to the bottom of my Doc Martens with a couple of screws so I could get my heel under it and change gear. And I did it at Leighton Buzzard that time, but I literally did, I think, out of like Leighton Buzzard test centre, down past the golf course, Simon. And we got as far as the bridge up onto the Stoke Road, and he pulled up beside me and said, go back to the test centre. Oh, crap, I've failed. Got back to the test centre, and he said to me, how's your knee? And I went, bloody sore. And he went, if you can ride with a plaster cast on, mate, you've passed your test. And I literally did all of about 10 minutes. So he took me back, I passed my test, and 3 months later I was on a ZX9. But that was my first big bike. But obviously there was a lot of kids in the 80s that were jumping straight from 250 and buying Fireblades, because the Fireblade was the end thing back then, and killing themselves on it. Hence it got called the Widowmaker.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then obviously CBT Mod 1 and Mod 2s all came in. But it was totally different back then. You could do what you liked when you were 16. You know, kids on 50s back then were hammering around at 45, 50 mile an hour. How much speed can I get out my FS1E or SS50?
Yeah, but it wasn't restricted to a 125 back then, though, was it? It was
no, it was 250
before your test. Yeah. It was 250. But there was lots of 400s kicking about then as well in the 80s, wasn't there?
Exactly. Yeah, everybody was on big bikes.
Yeah.
But you know, it's changed now.
It makes no sense to me bumbling around on a 125. That's something that takes about 30 seconds to get up to 50 miles an hour. I'd be quite happy on a 250, and I think that's where it should be, because you got to think about how much a 125 actually inconveniences a lot of traffic. If you're on a dual carriageway, you've got two problems: the traffic emerging behind you that can't get around you because you're bumbling along at, say, 50. And then the issue when you come across slower moving traffic, the ability to overtake is severely impaired on a very underpowered machine. So a 250 makes more sense to me for a learner.
Yeah. Sarah's come up with a really good one. You'll get there with the Mod 2. Just go for it. Try and enjoy yourself, and just see the guy behind you as just another rider on the road.
Yeah, thanks, Sarah. That's good advice.
Attitude. Yeah.
Imagine you're the leader of the pack. There you
go. Gary, if I was followed by a guy in a car 20 years ago.
Yeah, that was me. Yeah. It was a guy in a car. Yeah.
They still do. Sometimes, if their bike, these DVSA bikes, they're all marked up as black and yellow. They're quite distinctive, and they actually look like police bikes from a distance. But if you've got a test on a day where the examiner has his bike in for a service, he will follow you in a car.
Yeah.
Yeah, Howie's got it so spot on. The RD250, that was a deadly machine back then.
I remember the RD250.
Yeah, and the old Suzuki X7s, because my first, you're going to laugh now, because obviously I had a lot of big bikes when I was doing motocross when I was a youngster, and got to 16, and great, I can go out and buy myself a fizzy. And my granddad went, no, you can have my bike, save the money, you can use my one for a year. And we went round the garage, and I went, where is it? And he went, it's that. And I went, what's that? And he went, it's a Pooch Maxi. and it was like a bicycle with an engine. You had to pedal it to get it up to speed.
I
But-
I remember them.
Yeah, it did the job. You know, I had it for a year and then jumped straight on my 250. But it was all a learning curve. So everybody's had a 50. You know, we've all been there and had 50s. So lost him and waited 20 minutes before he back to the what's the deal with sidewinders? Oh, you've got me on that one. I don't know what he means on that one. Anyone fill us in on that?
Sidewinders.
Weren't that like a third wheel for a motorbike?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they were for teaching how to lean the bike, weren't they, or something?
I have no idea. I've never ever had one of those.
That's the only one I can think of.
Yeah.
Hey, Cold Up, how you doing?
Oh, Carl's in the room. I think 125 is the right size for learners under 25. They're over 25, yeah. Learners should be able to get a 300. That's true, because you know you've got a bit more respect for the machine when you get a little bit older. Everybody wants to be Valentino Rossi at 50, you know, at 16, thinking they're gonna. There's a lot of posts on the Lex Moto forum today. How can I get my 50cc to do more than 30 mile an hour? Wait
Push
till
it
you're
over
70.
a cliff.
Yeah, push it over a cliff, or go and do your mod 1 and mod 2 and get yourself a bigger bike.
Yeah. Or get some pedals.
Yeah, or get some pedals. Yeah. Sorry, boys, it's 2022, not 1944. The R1 is a cool bike. Very true. Yeah, R1 is a great bike. 250. Yeah, Carl. I did mine 20 minutes around the town. So yeah, it's all about 20, 30 minutes. It all depends on how confident the examiner thinks you are. You know, if you're a little bit wibbly wobbly on your bike, he's going to make you last a little bit longer just to see. But obviously, if you go out and you're straight out and you're doing it and your head checks and everything and you're riding like a good un, he's gonna think, oh, okay, let's bring it up. He wants to get back and have his cup of tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Poochback's the best thing. Bang around the field, run it out of petrol and pedal home. It was. They were great little bikes.
Yeah. Great idea.
Honda SS50. Yeah, the Honda SS50. They are selling for a lot of money at the moment. Quick one saying, hi to Carl. My dad had a Goldwing with an L plate with on L plates with a sidecar on the side. Yeah. Yeah, there's some really. I think the law was different for freewheelers when the law changed from 250 to 12. See, everybody. We've got a very, very good. I don't know if he's still going, but there used to be a trike shop down in Leighton Buzzard run by a guy called Boots. And he used to take your run of the mill. I think he started with CX 500s, and he'd hook the back wheel out and make a trike out of it, re-register it, get it all certified, and you'd end up with your bike as a trike. I was on eBay last night looking at bits for the GTR because obviously almost paid for. And believe it or not, Simon, there is a GTR 1400 trike on eBay.
I've seen it.
Yeah,
I've seen it. What a travesty.
I know. It's ugly as hell, isn't it? It's like, oh, Jesus Christ, what have they done to that bike? But I noticed, was it Darren's bought one now?
Yeah, he's got himself a GTR, which he's going to have for about 6 weeks before he sells it and buys something else, because that's what he does with bikes.
It might make it till July, that one. It might stay in his garage till July, but that'll be it.
Yeah. It is a nice one. Suzuki TS50 riding around the fields. That's true. Shout outs for it, yeah. Quick one. Yeah, Carl, Phyllis, get on the live stream, Carl. Come and tell us how many subs you've got now. So StreamYard link's been posted. Anybody wants to jump in on that? So Howie, Carl, or anybody else that wants to jump in, get your camera on and jump in on the stream, guys. You know, which I feel is like, yeah, a lot of 250s are going up in prices at the moment. So quick one for why are you riding a Shirty MT10 then? Greatest way to watch an MT being crashed is to go and watch Gesto and Lane's Carlos one, where he plows it into the field. And I think Carlos said, "Oh, my ABS failed." No, you just put it into the corner at the wrong angle too fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, go and watch the video on that one. The law was changed from 250 down to 125 due to the two-stroke 250s being insanely quick. Yes, the two-stroke 250s they were absolutely nuts bikes.
Just the power band on the 2 strokes, isn't it? That's just mental.
You Carl can't get in tonight, so yeah. Quick one from James. On a direct bike scooter, a little Chinese scooter, engine was bulletproof. Horse was got at 45. Yeah, direct bikes. You know, they're for what they are as a first rider bike. You know, cheap as chips. And we've had sort of a couple of people that have phoned in. Oh, have you got any 50cc scooters? How much are you looking to spend? Oh, a couple of £100, mate. You ain't going to get anything decent at the moment in second hand for less than sort of £600-700. Because bike prices.
Unless you like orange bikes and the orange being rust.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Loads of people are saying, you know, oh, second-hand bike prices are going through the roof. They are at the moment because you just can't get new bikes or second-hand at the moment.
Here's the thing. What's the deal on quads? See, kind of road legal quads. I've seen quite a few out and about, but lots of young guys riding them. What's the deal? Is it a car license? Is it a CBT? Does anybody know what you need for that?
The quad doesn't come. I think that's on MOTs. It comes as a cat. I think it's a a cat 3 or something. Because 50cc are basically test 1. Anything 125 and above is test 2. And then quads fall into quads and trikes all fall into the L3 category. But it depends on the width with a trike. It depends on the width of the wheelbase on the front or the rear.
Right.
The worrying thing for me is that they're quite exposed. Might have a roll cage, but I would expect to still see someone with a crash helmet on a quad.
Yeah.
And a lot of people.
Yeah, I've seen so many that don't. They just don't wear crash
yeah.
helmets. Yeah.
Quick one from Sarah. Yes, go ahead, Sarah. If you want to chuck it up in the side chat, yeah. Or bang it up on my channel if you want. So I don't mind. I'll share it up for you. But yeah, if you want to advertise something off, so yeah, go for it. There we go. The new merch is going to now be available for Mrs. Burning Gas Hauling. Now, mugs, t-shirts, jackets, hats.
Coolio.
All sold out of her suitcase.
There we go. MT's answered it. You can ride them on a car license.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, not that I've ever wanted to ride a quad anyway.
No.
Can't say it does anything for me. Here's a question. Here's a question for you guys. Who's actually in charge? This hashtag small channel mafia. Who's actually in charge of that?
Hells, I believe. It was his idea.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because Hells has been promoting it quite a lot, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's got another live stream coming up Monday, I think, for the small channel mafia.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Seems to be getting a lot of traction. That's all.
Yeah,
That's
it's the whole idea was obviously it's designed to get sort of more eyeballs on the smaller channels, people that have got anything sort of between sort of 100 up to probably about 800 subscribers, but it's, you know, to try and push them up and get them over that limit. Obviously, like you've got Burning Gas Hauling Us, Sarah in there. You've got people like Simon as well. At poor old Andy. People over here, that side. Andy GSA Tractor. Subscribe to his channel. He could do with as many followers as he can. So if you're one of my followers, Andy GSA Tractor, Simon GTR, Lockwood, or even Paul down below here, PK, the mad old biker. Go and follow all them on the YouTubes. Get them a few more subscribers. Give them a thumbs up on the videos. And you know, see what we can do for it.
Yeah.
Quick one from X. Agricultural quads can be ridden by 15-year-olds on the road, even if it's an 800cc Polaris.
See, I thought that. Because I've seen a lot of young kids out with them. Yeah.
It's like 15-year-old tractors on the road.
Yeah.
They're like missiles. They are. They're really quick. They look quite fun as well,
quick one from Curious. I've got to go before I get murdered by the missus.
See you later, Goose.
Yeah, see you later, Goose. Great to have you in the room, mate. So yeah, take care of yourself. Yeah.
Goose, how long does it take to get milk for the baby, for crying out loud? It's a teenager by now, isn't it?
Oh,
it's
great.
now at college, yeah.
Yeah, he's now halfway to college.
Yeah. It's done its mod too.
So,
yeah.
so Andy,
Lost the
how's
first time,
the
apparently.
route going for the Scotland tour? Have you kind of worked it out yet?
Not really. I'm still waiting for Simon to confirm stuff before I can put a route together. I think the later we leave it, the route's going to be determined by hotels, to be honest, and whether we can actually get any. I think that the week before we come up, we are going to be doing Wales and the Lake District, Cumbria, and then dropping into Glasgow for Friday, sort of late afternoon. We'll be staying sort of like North Glasgow, and then we're going to be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday because Rev Bomb's coming up on the Friday or the Saturday.
I am coming up. I am now going to come up on the following week. I got bollocked big time for it.
So we're going to do a week, and then Rev Bomb's coming up the second week.
I'm coming up the second week, so that'll be I think it's the 11th. I'm going to come up because
I think.
Go on.
Think Darren's going to stay with us, and then he's going to head back with yourself on the Sunday.
Oh, brilliant. That's all right. Yeah, because the week that you're going up, obviously the 4th, because I went and put in for holiday dates at work, and Phil said to me, he said, "Oh, Rebecca, our receptionist, is actually off to Jamaica that week," and I'm like, "Oh, bugger." And then I said to the missus, I went, "All right, I might just have to do the Friday, Saturday, Sunday." She went, "You can't," and I went, "Yes, I can. It's my week off." And I've already said about it. She went, "You can't because my brother's getting married on the 4th and you're the bloody best man." Okay. Forgotten all about doing the wedding. So
there'll be another wedding.
There'll be another wedding, yeah. So I said to her, right, I'll have to do the following week. So I'm going to probably leave on the Friday afternoon, come up and spend the Saturday up there, and then probably come back on the Sunday. So it's going to be an up and meet everybody and back. But I've got loads of footage. I've got loads of cameras. So, and I'm just going to literally chuck my clothes in my panniers and just come up, one pair of pants, pair of trousers, and just stay at a hotel overnight. I am sorting out for you two guys to go up. I'm trying to sort out the Premier Inn at the moment, so I'm in chats with the managers for that.
I'm still waiting to hear from work about my leave, and it ain't looking good at the minute because they should have let me know by now. But
Simon, if you're doing something for charity, there is something that I read somewhere where your employer, if you're doing something for charity, has to let you take that time off.
Yes and no. Yes and no. It depends on the employer and if they can free you up to do it.
Okay.
Depends whether you would piss them off or not, doesn't it?
Yeah. And as I'm a union rep, probably no.
I've just seen another one in the side chat. What's the small channel mafia about? I'm stuck at 140. The whole idea is you basically jump in. I'm going to just chuck Howie in very quickly. Evening, Howie.
How are you doing?
Hashtag small channel mafia, all one word. And it's designed to get people to look at your channel to get you some views and get you some subs. So if you are a small channel, use that hashtag small channel mafia, and it'll get you a few more subscribers. Carl's just said, give me a shout when you're in the Lake District. So yeah. Mark, you can all stay at Lockwood's. Rev will love that.
You'll all be sleeping in the garage because the wife won't allow you in the house. So
exactly,
yes,
that's what he said. Stick them in the garage. Yeah, Andy's on 8.
One more subscriber. Here you go, mate. I've just done the button for you.
Hey.
So Andy was on 12, I think 12 at the beginning of the week. So we've got him up to 18. So come on, people, over this side, Andy GSA Tractor. Go and find his channel, click a like, give him a subscribe. He's only been doing it a little while, but some of his videos on that bike, yeah. So he's doing really well on that. So yeah, well done, Andy.
Andy, apologies. I thought I'd subbed you, but I haven't. So
there you go.
There you go, mate.
You've got 19 now.
More subscribers.
You'll do it for a bit of fun, and that's it. You know.
Exactly. Yeah.
All a bit of fun.
Oh yeah, that's all we're here for. You know, it's not all about oh god. You know, we're not all Missenden Flyer or Chopsy or whatever. So who actually, because everyone said everyone's been trying to find out what Lamb Chop's real name is. Go and look at his helmet test.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was brilliant.
Yeah, but do you notice the actual guy that's doing the helmet test turns around and calls him John? I'm like, no. Oops.
Yeah.
So yes, they now know what Chopsy's real name is, but I've known that for ages. Like everyone just calls him the Missenden Flyer, and then obviously he was like, "Oh, Andy, it's me, Andy, the Missenden." So he gave his first name away. Most people, "Oh, what's your first name?" Arsehole. I was like, "No."
Well, my first name's really Steve, so yeah.
Yeah. Because they're doing one at the moment. Obviously, Spicy 110 is at 97,000 subscribers, so he's trying to hit the magic 100k. But he said, would he reveal his name for the 100k? And he went, no. But someone's gone and obviously, I don't know how they've done it, but they've sent it viral and said his name is Colin.
I think I prefer
He does look like a Colin, though, doesn't he?
He does look. It does look like a Colin. Quick one as well. 120 quid a night, full blow up bed and board.
So blow up bed or blow up doll?
I was about to say, is it blow up doll or blow up bed? Quick one from Western. We do videos to keep us memories. The missus enjoys editing them. Yeah, that's all we do. Obviously, Simon, because he rides daily, has his camera on. The only reason I do all my videos is because obviously every customer at the garage gets a ride test on the bike to show it being ridden correctly. And the amount of grief that a certain channel has had for taking a Lex Moto out 2 miles on the clock and caning it at 63 mile an hour and popping the engine after the customer had it has obviously proved the point. So that was the reason. That's the only reason that we video all our rides 40 to 45 mile an hour everywhere. Quick one, Boo Rider, just subscribe to you, Andy. So Andy's subscriber list should be climbing slowly.
He's on 21 when I just looked a minute ago, I think.
Yeah. Quick one from Gary. I don't get the hide your name nonsense. Exactly. You know, everybody knows me. Everybody knows Simon. Yeah. Most people know Andy and Paul and Howie and obviously Mr. Lockwood down there.
Yeah. Do you think it's a novelty?
Go on.
Do you think it's a novelty thing with these people like trying to hide their names and get people guessing?
Exactly.
It started with Baron von Grumble when he was doing this years ago when he started his moto vlogging through the city of London, and he was keeping up the mystery of what he looked like, and then suddenly somebody recognized him, and then they had him on their camera, and they made this big deal on YouTube. Oh, I know what the Baron von Grumble looks like, and then Chris Eads, as he is known, basically had to come out, and the mystery was removed, and that kind of spoiled it really for him, because I think if that was his style and his mystique and that, it kind of plateaued for him. I think
it's a bit like the Stig, isn't it? You know, if you knew who he is, then that's it. It's no fun.
Mystery's gone.
Well, that's the thing with obviously RJ Royal Jordanian. And there was a lot of rumours going round about, what does RJ look like? Who is Royal Jordanian? And then someone actually come back to me and said, do you know who Royal Jordanian is? And I went, no. Oh, he's meant to be some high Jordanian prince that gives all his money away. And I went, oh, right. But he never, ever shows his face. And every time he meets someone, the visor goes straight down, But that's him, If you want to keep your personal life to yourself, then fine. But you can do your stuff, but you've got to be, it's got to be so split personality, because you've got a very, very thin line between who you are as a normal person and who you are as a bike rider. But obviously, me and Simon both live in Milton Keynes. We both give that away. We don't give our addresses away. And we obviously, if we're editing videos, we tend to end our videos short of where we live. And the amount of people that say, oh, we know you live up near Brick Hill. Yes, I do live up near Brick Hill. And I did one where we was at, I think it was it was either the Cypher or one of the assaults, where I look at and there is Rev Bomb's house, big country house, 12 bedrooms. I'm like, and he said, is that really your house, the big farmhouse with 12 bedrooms? Yeah, of course it is. Oh, you must be absolutely minted, mate. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I wish. We actually won the Euro Millions this week, and I went in. I went in on, when was the Euros? Tuesday. I think we did the Euros this week, and I went in on Wednesday morning. I said to Phil, I went, could not believe it, and he went, "What's that?" I said, "I had an alert on my phone. You have a big win on Euro Millions." I was like, "Oh, blimey!" So I hooked in, jumped in on my phone. We hit 3 numbers and 2 bonus balls.
And what did
And
that do?
I'm thinking, oh, there's got to be a couple of grand there. I logged in, 3 bonus balls and 2 numbers, £22.90p. Bugger, I better go to work then. But I was only 2 numbers short of the whole kit and caboodle, and I got 22.40. I was like, what
I
a
get
complete
I get the feeling though, even if you won the actual jackpot, I think you'd still go to work, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would. I would still go to work.
I know you would. I know you would. Yeah, you would.
Obviously, quick one from X. I hide mind due to a situation. My business on my old channel with a weird twat. I'm not really bothered about it, but coming out, yeah, exactly. It's horses for courses. GTR's name is Simon. Well, we never knew that. Yeah.
No, my name's Steve.
Yeah.
Has anybody else noticed we've got 2 rev bombs in the room now?
I'm interested to know as well, right? Other than obviously the one thing we've all got in common, which is that of food. What else do you like doing with your spare time? Rev, come on.
What do I do in my spare time? I normally end up, Sundays is normally my day for watching movies. So I am an avid Law and Order fan. So Law and Order SVU and Law and Order Criminal. Organised crime at the moment, because the missus likes watching Christopher Maloney. I do like the new series of Magnum. But I am waiting for the new series or the new season of Walking Dead to start, because I have been following that since season 1.
Yeah, snap.
But
Simon,
the girl that oh god, what's his name? Norman Reedus. I got chatting with a girl that's a Harley rider. Yeah. Well, the girl
he's done a TV series where he travels around and meets different people.
That's it. Yeah.
That plays the bad guy, I can't remember his name. He actually met up with him and his wife and kids in San Francisco, and they're actually best of mates, and they ride together. Quite cool.
But obviously, I got chatting with a Harley rider in America by the name of Mary, and she had 14 Harleys in her garden. And I said to her, Jesus Christ, how many? I bet you haven't got a night rod. She went, I've got 2, and I've also got a V-rod muscle. All right. And she showed me all her Harleys, and I'm like, okay. I said, why do you own so many Harleys? And she said, basically, in America, you get taxed on your earnings. So she said, the easiest thing for me to do is to go down the dealership, buy a new Harley, stick it in the front garden, and she lives in Georgia. She said, I stick a Harley in the front garden, and then I earn a bit more money, go and buy another Harley. And she went into this dealership and walked in. They had the new, and it wasn't a bagger, but it was like basically like oh god, what's his name? Salty's Indian. It's like a massive, great big Harley. But she said, oh, how much for the Harley? Oh, so many $1,000. Yeah, all right. Is the pickup for sale out the front? He said, yeah. He said, that's literally just about to go up on sale. And she said, oh, I'll take the pickup and the Harley, but how much discount will you give me? And she got it down to, I think, $40,000 for the 2. And the guy said, oh, are these for your husband? She went, no, I haven't got a husband or a boyfriend. These are both for me. Oh, all right. And I said to her, what do you do for a living? She said, I'm a bike mechanic. And I went, you earn that much money from being a bike mechanic? She said, no, I am a bike mechanic and a car mechanic for The Walking Dead. She said, I actually service and build Norman Reedus's bike. And he has that bike. There is actually 5 of the same bike, because they've smashed them to pieces. And I was like,
good bike.
Yeah, but son of bomb in the corner there. I'll get over. Quick one. There are a load of Engelberts in the room. There are as well. Beers on RB. I am Spartacus. Roguelide probably is a roguelide, yeah, but I can't remember. I'll have to go in and pull her pictures up because I still talk to her occasionally, but we tend to sort of chat on either Skype or Instagram. But yeah, Boo, I've got a night rod. I'll tell you what, if you've got a night rod, I'll come down and see it because it is the only Harley that I like because I do like that big fat back tyre on it.
And what part of the country is Boo Rider from?
He's local to us, I think.
Yeah, Northamptonshire somewhere.
Yeah, Northamptonshire, yeah.
All right.
That's it, man. I just spark up a smoke you now, my buddy. Quick one from Weston. Just sub to Andy GSA Tractor. Cheers, Weston. And if you obviously haven't subbed to any of these guys in the room, then obviously get in there. I'm just going to check that I have got Weston on mine. Let me have a quick look on mine.
I didn't realise I didn't have him.
Weston, oh yeah, I am subbed. Yeah, so Weston's at 144 at the moment. So if you haven't subbed to Weston, go and jump on their channel as well. Boo's in the room as well. Go and jump on Barry's channel as well. And obviously, Exeter Rider, Airship Vlogger. There are loads of channels in here. Ah, the man is here. It's Brandon. Evening, Brandon.
Good evening. Are we all good?
Yeah, he's appearing as a bit of a ghost.
Yeah, no, just a bit of a mess.
At least he looks cleaner than he did on Sunday.
He does look a lot cleaner. Oh, not that sort of night rod.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a very, very good. That was a good meet up on Sunday.
Yeah, I travelled a distance, didn't I, to come up?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
So yeah, got a bit muddy, got a bit of green laning on the MT. Definitely wouldn't do it again.
Popped a few wheelies as well.
How long did it take you to clean your bike, and how long did it take you to clean your hoodie?
So the hoodie is still cleaning. Bleached it twice, just waiting to put some vanish on it. And the bike, I rinsed it down to get all the grit and salt off it, and then I shampooed it. You know, the jet wash foamer, whatever it's called. Just do that, leave it to set for about 10 minutes, wash it off, and then sponge it. So I don't know, probably about 3 hours.
Yeah.
Filthy, absolutely disgusting.
Quick one here. Right, I'm just going to put this one up. If you ever thought of going out camping or doing wild camping, then go check this channel out. The Ponkster. He was the one that got me into jet boils and camping and made me go and buy a bloody motorcycle tent. And then these guys are all like, "No, we're gonna stop in hotels." It's like, "Oh, I'll camp out the front, mate."
Oh, camping? No, hotel. Yes. I'll go glamping. That's about the limit. So.
Yeah. I think Tins on Tour did that glamping site, didn't they? Where it's basically the little shed with two single beds in it.
I've got a shepherd's up booked for April in Cornwall, going down there with a wife on the bike, so that'd be interesting. If you're on StreamYard, Brandon, if you go into your camera and then just pull your fade down to about 40%, it'll work better.
There's a fade.
There is a fade above where you've got if you go into your camera mic settings, go to your virtual background.
Yeah.
Do you mean so he's not really a ghost then?
Nah, click I have a green screen. Depends if you've got green or blue screen behind. Click the arrow for green screen or tick the box for green screen, and bring your and then bring your fade. You can alter your fade. So you normally set it about 40%.
You know what? Actually, I might just leave it off. I only put it on because my dad suggested putting it on. But
you do need a green screen behind you. If you haven't got a green screen, it won't work. It will just make you look like a ghost.
So you see this here. This house is actually mine. Yeah. If anyone's curious, Blue Rider actually lives in it. That's why he's never out.
Quick one from Pongstar. I'm in EK on my phone. Okay then.
Great grandson of Bomb.
Let's put the link. I'm going to shut the link up one more time just in
I like
case
these
anybody.
virtual screens. Do you like my piano?
Yeah, I saw that one earlier. I was like, I should have that, but no one's going to believe me.
Yeah.
Great.
Unfortunately, this is real life behind me. This isn't a green screen, so.
You like my guitar?
Where's he gone? Let me bang it.
One, Harry, and I know because I've heard you play it. I love your guitar playing.
Oh,
Strong.
Thanks, mate. It's good. It's nice.
I think we took.
A CD.
Let me see if I can find it. Let me put my background back in because it is after 9 o'clock now. So
you'll get another strike.
I will get. I will get a complaint about it because the last time I put this one up.
You show that kebab again, you'll get a complaint.
Right, yeah, exactly. So
you haven't got the blue oyster bar, have you, Rev Bum?
No, it was
burning gas. No, I won't. Okay, simple as.
Oh, hang on. I can drop this one and I'll put this one into the background. This was someone actually put this up as one of my holiday photos, and someone went in and edited one of my holiday photos. Let me just see if
we want to see this, or do we?
Oh, it was one of our holiday photos. Me going nookie and the wife going sleep.
Just out of curiosity, how old is that picture?
I was about 10, 15 years old.
Okay,
well, put it this way: she is 22, and I was 39. No, 37. So yeah, very, very old photo, that one. Simon's gone to put a Buccaneers screen behind it.
No, not happening. Not happening.
I keep getting confused between when Lockwood talks, it sounds exactly like Zedhead. And like it's very, very confusing. Do all Scottish people sound the same? Is that a thing?
I have no idea. You'll have to ask him that.
Just tell them they all look alike.
Oh God, I've just found some of my really old photos, and I'm like, oh my God, I am not putting that one up. Then okay, we will save that for another day. I think this was the first time that me and the missus moved in. Oh Christ, I look very, very young now. Yeah, me and the missus moved in together. Very first house. Oh, this one's going to be hilarious.
Yeah. Is that your training, Barbara?
That was my training one, mate. Yeah.
Pre-operation or post-operation, there, Rev.
Exactly. Yeah. So back to that one. Anyway, God, it's amazing when you start going through all your old funny photos, and you're thinking, what the bloody hell was that?
Well,
right.
You saw it here first. Red Bomb has clothes of him cross-dressing, pictures of him cross-dressing. There you go. You've seen it here first.
All good fun, mate. All good fun.
Just wanted to say, as Brandon is there, I watched your one of your YouTube videos where you've got all you guys dropping a key and another one picking it up and them doing something on their bike. I thought that was a brilliant video, Brandon.
Oh, that yeah, on the 1000cc. That was one of their lockdown events. That was actually. I wasn't. I'm quite new to the club. I only joined in May, and I basically run the whole thing. But it happened during lockdown. They're like, what can we do? So they all got a video of themselves throwing a key up or throwing a key forwards. They would cut the video, and it would fade into someone else. That's awesome. I really like that video. That
looks like it took a lot of work and a lot of editing to do that.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
It's such a great video. Quick one from Andy, because obviously Andy's got to jump off because he's off to work at 3:30 in the morning.
Wow.
So I'm going to give the room to Andy for 5 minutes. Just tell everybody who you are, Andy, before you disappear off.
He's done it again, isn't he? No prep, no nothing. No. I'm just talking like while, but just a normal guy that likes to ride his bike and film himself doing it and acting like a Wally White is doing it and getting confused what the hell I'm trying to tell people, what I'm even saying while I'm doing it. But that's about it, really. I have thrown a video up there of what I was doing during lockdown, and that was the rear garden. And we do have some hell of a parties in that back garden, and there will be an open invite at some point during the summer. But, hopefully, we get some weather. If Lockwood hasn't stolen all of it up there in Scotland, we're
What
bound
could
to
do
get
with an
rain.
open invite? Does that mean invite your friends as well? Does it? I've got a few friends.
I've had
We've renamed Lockwood. He's now called Baby Bomb. So
That's actually quite good. Actually, I might adopt that. Baby Bomb.
Baby
Yeah,
Bomb.
Baby Bomb. I've just added Andy's channel there on the last one. So if you jump on that, copy and paste that will take you to Andy's channel. Give him a like, give him a subscribe. Go and watch a few of his videos. Get him sort of airborne, as they say, for the small channel mafia.
Before you go, Andy, I need to just hold there for a sec. Hold fire. Right, I'll be as quick as I can with this story I'm about to tell. I've got a really heartwarming story to tell you all. And I thought before Andy goes off, I don't want him to miss this. Right. Well, it's not that great, but it's all right. So basically, right, me and Boo Ryder, we've never seen eye to eye. So Boo Ryder's my dad, right? Like most fathers and that, they don't tend to see eye to eye with their fathers or sons. And we didn't communicate for I think it's about 10 years. Lost communication completely. It was my 21st birthday coming up. And I sent him a message. I was like, you're either in my life or you're not in my life, sort of thing, right? So the hardest decision I ever had to do. Anyway, we started talking. And then he obviously understood that I was into motorcycles. So I got him into motorcycles. Anyway, he went out of his way. And he passed his CBT so he could start spending more time with me, as we've obviously missed out on so many years apart. Anyway, so I had finished work, and he obviously lives up in Brackley or like that way, and I live down in Berkshire. So I live a good 100 miles away, 100 miles away. And he rode all the way down on a bike. There's a video to go with it. It's on the 1000cc club, but basically he rode all the way down, and I thought I was being followed, right, by this unmarked police officer when I was on my 650 Bandit, and I knew my Bandit was obnoxiously loud, so I was just kind of playing it cool. Anyway, followed me everywhere, followed me all the way home, and I was like, who is this guy? And then it turns out it was my dad, and he just bought a BMW S1000 RR. And I was just absolutely blown away. I was so emotional. It's just when you don't see someone for 10 years or whatever, and then you've got all of that. It's just the most amazing thing in the world. So one thing to take away from this: treasure your family the most you can. That's that, really.
Yeah,
I
meant that.
Definitely. My daughter, and I never actually see her for 8 years when she moved out. And, but no, we're back again, and I've got 2 grandkids, and similar sort of thing, Don't let life's too short to dwell on the past. Just get on with it and enjoy it. That note, guys, I'm off. I'm up in 5 hours. I'll see you soon. Thanks.
See you later, Andy.
Bye.
Thanks for coming in, buddy. Have a good weekend.
That's a touching father-son story, considering we got father and son in the room as well. Red Bomb and Baby Bomb. So.
I've got a story as well. When the last time I'd seen my dad was when I was 5, and I grew up knowing that my stepdad wasn't my dad, and I really wanted to find my dad. And right up until my 30th birthday, I was like, right, I'm going to find my dad, whatever it takes. I know his name, I just don't know where he is. So I got the phone book out, and I knew his last name. So I went through, tried the first number, it wasn't him. Tried the second number, and it was my cousin. And I couldn't believe it. The second number in the book was actually my cousin, and he said, "Oh, I know him, but I'll phone him and I'll get him to phone you. Give me your number." So I did, and later that day I got a phone call, and I picked up the phone and I was like, "Hello," and he was like, "Hi, son, it's Rev," and I was like,
"That's insane." I love that. It's overwhelming, isn't it?
Yeah, but it was. No, it was though. But and that was it. And ever since then, we've just kind of kept together. I'll see him every couple of weeks or whatever. But that's a true story. It wasn't Rev, but That's a true story. But yeah, so it's mental.
But that feeling you get is like an overwhelming, sort of like choking sort of feeling, isn't it? It's kind of like, what do you say here, sort of thing.
It's an unreal. I think probably my dad was more nervous than me because at the end of the day, he left my mum. So he probably thought that I was the one that was had a lot against him, and he was probably a bit scared and a bit worried about how I would take seeing him. And he was a nervous wreck. But yeah, it all came good. All came good in the end.
Yeah, mine's exactly the same because obviously I was adopted when I was young, but I always thought my dad was my dad until my mum said no, he actually adopted you. Ah, okay, when you were young. So my brother is actually my brother by different fathers. I was like, all right, fine, fair enough. But then obviously I went looking for my real dad, just inquiring, and I met him, about 8 years ago now. And obviously got chatting with him. We met up, absolutely like a house on fire, and he is the spitting image of me. But obviously my dad's Italian. So had a good old meet up. We meet up about 4 times a year because obviously he lives quite a distance from me. But because he's quite well to do, obviously my kids have seen him as, oh, granddad's got this, granddad's got that, which is obviously the reason that I've disowned my kids because they've never worked a day in their life. My lad now is in his 30s and he's not worked one day since he's left school because he thinks the government owes him everything. Oh, why should I work when I can get a free council house, I can get free rent, I can get free this, free that, and get a wage check every week? So they basically
that's the government's fault, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
at the end
but
of the day,
yeah, I have cut them out of my life because I basically said to them, until you can get off your ass and do a day's work, and I get the missus. She moans at me because I am 5.5, 6 days a week in the garage. Sunday is the only day that I get off, and Sunday morning I go and ride with Simon. So the only time I see her is a Sunday afternoon. Because by the time I get in at 7 o'clock at night, I literally eat, sit on the sofa, and I'm asleep by 9 o'clock normally. So tonight is a late night for me. But each to their own. Families are very, very weird.
You sound very like Boo Rider. Like I don't know if you know what he works as, but he's up like 4, and he's working from 4 until like 8 sometimes. Sometimes he's home earlier, but he'll do what you just said. Come home, feet up on the sofa, eat something quickly, straight to sleep.
Yeah, exactly. I always, I've been, when I left school at 16, I did a couple of years in the military. But then obviously Maggie Thatcher was about, and the big incentive was start your own company and I will give you £1,000 to help build your company. So I wanted to be a DJ. So I went in and did a bit of DJing, got the company afloat. I've had 40 years of sort of riding bikes, but I was also DJing in the background. And it wasn't until about 4 years ago that I thought, sod it, I just can't be asked with bump, bump, bump every night. You get bored of it now. It's probably an age thing where you just can't stand modern day music anymore. But we had a very, very lucrative contract for Pinewood Studios. We were doing the hotel for the studios. And I was there for, 12 years. But I basically handed it over to one of my mates who's a DJ and decided just to go full time with the YouTube and the biking because it was just taking up too much of my time. But, at the end of the day, as I said to Phil in the garage at Eclipse, I wished I'd have done this 20, 30 years ago when he first opened up and just done bikes, because bikes has always been my passion since I was a young lad. But it was just one of those things. It was a sideline for me. It didn't bring the money in. But now, obviously, it does bring the money in for me. And I just wish I'd done it a lot earlier because I've got so many regrets about pursuing the career that I've got now a lot earlier. If I'd have done YouTube 10 years ago when it first started, I'd be sitting on a fortune now. We're comfortable, but as I say, if you want, my motto is always work hard and play hard. So she'll say to me, oh, can I go to mum's, or can I go have a bit of bingo, or go and do, get a bit of Sky Vegas and bingo on? Yeah, knock yourself out, have 50 quid. If you want 50 quid, go and do that. Oh, but have we got enough money? Well, I've got the hours there. If we need the money, I'll go and do more hours. That's the simple point. You want something, work bloody hard for it.
Yeah. No, definitely. Yeah. I think it does get your back up when you get people that have never worked and they get everything that's going. It does get to you, and you think to yourself, well, I'm doing a lot of hours daily and really scrimping and scraping, and I can't afford the 6-inch TV in my wall, but I can put food on the table and I'll work to do that.
Yeah. It's all about your work ethic. Am I right in saying Disney? I think it is actually owned by Disney. I know because obviously the studios were half a mile from where the hotel was. So where you'd have the celebrities or James Bond or, the Star Wars people all down filming, what they used to do, rather than bring them out the front door, they would bring them out the back of the Studio 5 and take them around the back of the quarry, because there's a quarry just at the back of the studios, around the quarry track and into the back of the hotel through the back field. And that's how the celebrities used to get in. But then there was, we've got so-and-so celebrity in here. And I'm like, all right, who you got in? Oh, we've got Kerry Katona down. Well, she ain't a celebrity, is she? But probably the best one we had was little Kenny, and he played, I think it was R2-D2. And he came down with his wife, and he was absolutely amazing. We've had him down. We had Arj from Towie. He got told off. Couldn't stand him. Jumped up arrogant git. But my whole wall in here is literally covered with autographs all round the front wall. So let me see if I can spin the camera around a minute. So we've got. The
camera died, Rev.
Oh, you've turned it off.
Hang on a minute.
Yeah, technology is a bit advanced for you, isn't it?
Let me
Rev
bring it
1,
back.
your camera is turned off. Rev 2, you're still
There
on.
we go. So I've got Shane Ritchie up there with the missus. Oh God, who we got up there? What's his name from Westlife? Can't think it's Shane or something from Westlife. We've got Apollo Creed, Pinhead, Freddy Krueger, Pink. That whole one up here is literally the entire cast of EastEnders. Walking Dead's over there. I've got a signed Walking Dead one over there. The guy from V, Chris Maloney from SVU. Who we got up there? Robbie Williams in the corner up. Oh, and this one, believe it or not, is a set of drumsticks. One of the local bands that I follow. And he knew Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters, so I've got a set of Dave Grohl's drumsticks from the Foo Fighters, autographed and a photo. So, yeah, but everyone's like, "You don't play drums?" No, but I'll sell them one day. Don't worry about it.
I've got Aussie Man.
A good pension.
Yeah.
I got an Aussie Man.
Aussie Man, brilliant.
Aussie Man, yay! Spinny.
I think I trumped you.
Yeah, definitely. I went and bought his little the thing that's got all the six voices on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's another one-way ticket to a destination. Fuck. I bought it for my neighbour because he's a huge Aussie Man fan. So I bought him it for Christmas. He only goes and takes it shopping with him in his pocket on his keys. As he's bending over in the local Tesco to pick up his shopping, it goes off in his pocket. It's a one-way ticket to destination. Fucked. He said the entire store turned round and looked at him.
Yeah, I got it for the T-shirt with the fuck cancer thing for the young lad, which he was sending all of them out. He's a good player. He does a lot of good on there, but he's funny as heck. Really is a great channel.
Quick one. Quinn Peaks is in the room. Good to see you, Quinn. Welcome along, mate. Lockwood, get a signing for your pants forever.
already done, mate.
Already done. Yeah. There's a couple of quick feeds that I want to share. So obviously, I don't know if Simon's going to go on after me. He might, obviously, depending on what he's doing tomorrow. Simon normally carries on the stream after I've disappeared off.
I can do if everybody wants to join in.
Yeah, we'd probably do it in about an hour or so. The first one I've just posted up here is Military Biker. Now, he's on January the 22nd, and that is going to be live in 3 hours, believe it or not. He's on at 1 a.m. in the morning. So that's Military. He's on at 1 a.m. in the morning. If you happen to be around on I think it's going to be either the Saturday or the Sunday, we've got Ayrshire Vlogster. So he's on January the 23rd. So he's live January the 23rd at 8 p.m. So if you fancy getting a little bit of taste of Scotland, Ayrshire Vlogster, this is his one that's just popped up there. That's all in the side chat, so you can jump back. If you happen to be watching the replay of this, you can jump in on those two channels. Obviously, Military's on in about 3 hours' time. Ayrshire Vlogsters is that one. So if you've got any live feeds that you are doing, obviously pop them to me and I'll share them out on my channel. So the more the merrier on each channel.
I've got a premiere on Tuesday, seeing it's Burns night. So I was at Alloway last week doing a wee thing on Tam O'Shanter. So I've got that going out on Tuesday, 8 o'clock. So come and have a look at that if you can. That
Brilliant.
should be fun.
We've got our local pub is doing Burns night tomorrow.
Ooh.
Yeah. So because our local pub in the village is obviously right in the middle of Milton, well, just on the outskirts of Milton Keynes, but in the middle of the village. But no one travels to our pub. New landlords have moved in. They're trying to make some money, but obviously they're trying to do a la carte, Mediterranean, a little bit of sort of the English pub food as well. So there's a little bit of mix of everything. But they were struggling to fill the restaurant on Saturdays. Someone came up with the idea of doing a Scottish Burns night, and I went, "All right, I'm up for that. How much is it? 3 courses for £20." I'm in. Yeah, but
haggis is cheap.
Yeah, they said, "Oh, what is it?" And I went, "Haggis." They went, "What's that?" I went, "Basically a sheep stomach with barley and all the bits and pieces." Oh, that doesn't sound very nice. Until you've had haggis, don't knock it.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah. The only thing I would say about haggis is it's quite fattening, so it's good. It's good for the odd meal. But
one of the old boys, because we were in there having a pint the other night, and one of the guys said, "Are you doing neeps and tatties with it?" And I went, "What the bloody hell's that?" He said, "If you don't know what neeps and tatties is, go home and Google it."
Yeah, that's it. Definitely.
Yeah, but
no, it's good. I mean, Alloway's brilliant because you get the story of Tam O'Shanter when he was riding out on his horse and he's seen all the lights on in the old kirk, and he goes and he peers in the window and then he's getting chased down the street by witches and warlocks and he's trying to get to the bridge to cross the bridge. So all of that's in Alloway, so you can see the whole history of it and where he got that inspiration. So it's quite uncanny when you're actually standing in the grounds of the kirk with all the gravestones and stuff, and then you're standing on the bridge. It is something else. So we're quite lucky up here to have all that.
Oh, brilliant! Quick one for Simon while he's obviously off camera having a chat with the missus. Are we out this Sunday, Simon? Are you sausaging?
No.
Did you hear that?
That's a no then. That's a no.
She says no. Right. If I promise to make her porridge before I go this time, I might, because I was supposed to make a porridge when I got back, and I didn't get back till lunchtime. So.
Oh, naughty! Slap your wrists.
If I do her some nice porridge.
Bring her a bacon roll back. I shall be up there. I live in Super Sausage on a Sunday, so hopefully I shall be up there anyway. So yeah, at least Scotland's opened up. So yeah, you can celebrate Burns Night properly now. Yeah. Well, as they say, if Boris can have a party any time of the year, so I'm sure everybody else can have a party any time of the year.
Yeah, the whole Boris thing, I think it's just a matter of time with Boris, isn't it? I mean, he's just really getting tarred now with the party king, isn't he? The party king at number 10.
That's when the Sue Great report comes out, and that'll be his undoing, hopefully.
Yeah.
He should have just put his hands up and said, "Yeah, sorry, we had a party. It shouldn't have been done. Right, I apologise. End of. Let's move on." Do you think people are bothered that he's had a party? No, I bet loads of people had a party over Christmas in their houses with all their mates round.
Yeah, of course, but I think it's just the whole denial, and it's blatantly obvious that he's lying about stuff, and that is the thing. I don't know whether he's just got the blinkers on, he's just really naive, or it's his backroom staff that just tell him to say it. I really don't know, but
have you seen that video that's come out with? It's called "Led by Donkeys," and it's the cast from Line of Duty. And they're doing like one of those mock interviews with him. If you look it up,
I need to go and look at that.
It's absolutely brilliant. They got Ted Hastings there and Gail Kate, and it's absolutely brilliant. Led by Donkeys. Look them up. It's absolutely brilliant.
Led by Donkeys. I'll need to have a look at that.
Well, I shall go and Google that before we disappear off today. I've got to see what that is.
That's good.
Paul's. Well, I'm about to say Paul's disappeared. He's back again now.
His mic's muted.
I think the kids were playing with his internet connection. They've also muted his mic. So
No, sorry, my power was going. I had to find my power charger for my laptop.
If he gets out of this one, I'm going to vote for him. Or say, Mr. Teflon. Yeah, exactly. That's the only reason he's taking us back to Plan A, because of Partygate. Yeah, that's true. Exeter, who saw that, Howie, very clever. Led by Donkeys. We'll have to go and check that one out by the end of the day. Anyway. Yeah.
He also did another one where he pulled up outside Scotland Yard and had a go at that Caressa Dick about not investigating it. He says something like the idea of having an investigation is actually to get evidence. But it's like the actor Ted Hastings. I don't know the actor's name, but it's absolutely brilliant. And the actual ghoul they had to stick a truck outside of Scotland Yard. It's absolutely great. Check it out. It's absolutely brilliant. A bit of satire towards the government.
That was like, oh god, one of the challenges they done on YouTube, and the guy got, they literally, he went out and bought a pickup. I think it was a jacked up Toyota Hilux pickup or something. Just for a bit of fun, they decided to strap 6 pieces of short drain pipe to the back of it, where the roll bar is. But from the back, it looked like a mortar launcher. But then one of his friends said, "God, that didn't half look like a mortar launcher. You ought to drive that through central London. Put your COVID mask on, drive through central London, and see the reaction from the public." And this guy's got GoPros everywhere. Then decides to drive past number 10 Downing Street with this pickup truck with these tubes that look like I think he got about 20 yards down the road before they pulled across in front of him and hauled him out the truck face down on the dirt. And he went, "It was just for a bit of fun, mate." But the footage is excellent. And I think it went up and got pulled off of YouTube because someone marked it as terrorism.
Yeah.
But each to their own, as they say.
Yeah.
Later, Carl.
He's
Carl's
on his
Carl's
way.
disappearing. Yeah. All right, take it easy, Carl. Have a good one, Carl. Have a great weekend, mate. Right, a couple of other ones. This one, if you haven't seen his last one, Jim Diesel does his Finally Friday. So that's Jim Diesel's Finally Friday. And he was chatting about his last vlog about the woman that farts in jars and sells them. Have you seen that one, Simon?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Right, the
She
funny
made
thing,
50 grand in a week selling parts in jars or something, didn't she?
I think
like
she's
a B-list celebrity.
Yeah, she's like a B-list celebrity. She made herself, I think it was $200,000 by selling these farts in jars and selling them. She was on a diet, I think it was beans, eggs, and protein whey. And that was her complete diet. And obviously as much fibre as she could pack in. The
Tell
only
you
thing,
what,
yeah,
she made some
did
good
it.
farts doing that.
Yeah, but the
Maybe
only
she
thing
did
is, she literally lived on it for about 4 weeks, and she was just farty all the time. But then she ended up rupturing. I think she's ruptured her colon and had to have part of her bowel removed. She earned $200,000. Her medical bills are $240,000.
I've read about this. Yeah, I've seen that.
So yeah, it's cost her more And she's obviously ruined her gut now and got a colostomy bag or something.
God.
But there's a lot of rumours going round about her. So until I see the facts, but people are saying, oh, she's got a colostomy bag. She's been made bankrupt because they're after her house now because she tried to raise money. Yeah. Obviously, go and check out Simon's OnlyFans page.
No, it's quite funny actually. It reminds me because about 2 years ago, I amongst other things, I do websites for people, and I was approached by a lady who told me that she wanted to sell bottles of air, and they were taken from various places around the UK and labelled as, you know, if you've been somewhere, you can take a bottle of air with you of that area. And I thought it was a wind up. I thought someone was putting her up to wind me up, but I turned her down, and I thought I'm not sure if I want to be associated with that because it just looks like it could be a little bit of a scam to some. You know, sure enough, I turned her down, and a year later, I found out that she had actually got someone to do her a website, and she's selling bottles of air at £5 a time, and apparently she's doing quite well.
Wow.
I have to find the link because I'm amazed, frankly.
Yeah. We did it. Yeah, we did that 8 years ago when we had the disco, and we had what was called a fogger, and it was a super heavy duty fogger, and basically it was glycerine based. So you put this on, and it would fill 100 metre by 100 metre room in about 5 seconds, so you couldn't see your hand in front of your face. As long as they didn't have a smoke detector, you were all right. You got away with it. But a lot of the kids were sort of wafting the air. One of my mates went, I've got a really good idea. What's that? Why don't we stick the smoke machine in jam jars or little scent bottles and sell it? All right. And we did it on eBay, and I think we made about £500 in the first week. We were selling it at £2.50 a jar plus £2.50 postage. So it was a jam jar of smoke machine mist, but it was like, and we actually advertised it as Scotch mist.
I was going to say that, yeah.
But the Scotch mist in a jar, and we sold it. We sold it in the jar, but it would only last in the jar for about half an hour. So by the time they got an empty jam jar. But the smell of the smoke machine.
Paint.
Yeah, but the smoke was still in the jar. You could still smell the smoke, but it wasn't in there. So it was like, you know, the Scotch mist will only last in the jar for about 4 hours once we bottle it. And then once it dissipates to the bottom, you will need to shake the jars and sniff it. And we sold loads. We did about 500 quid in the first week. And then we had loads of claims, people saying this isn't authentic Scotch mist because it doesn't smell right. And I had to give them half the money back.
It's all right. It's like the bloke on eBay that sold an air guitar for 200 quid.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Yeah. Here it is. Howie, it's on your wall. Howie, it's on your wall next to your proper guitar there. Look.
What?
Your air
guitar.
What?
Doesn't matter. I'm thinking you can start a band.
An air guitar.
Yeah, that's where the Strat was, but it fell down a few years.
Over there, next to his air drum kit.
Yeah.
No. I've got an air guitar. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah.
I kicked with it at Glastonbury, which is just down the road anyway. So, but the festival wasn't on, but I did play it at Glastonbury.
Howie, did you want to start a band?
Don't want. No, not again. No, 2 o'clock in the morning. I sometimes wish I'd have taken up the harmonica.
Yeah, I know, right?
Quick one from MT. He said, I'm off to Sherwood Forest. I'm going to pick up oak tree leaves near the major oak and sell them as the leaves off of Robin Hood's tree. Yeah, you make a fortune off of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you play them, Brendan?
No, do I, mate? Do I play? Oh, yeah. Mate, no, I don't. I just mess around. Yeah,
I need an air guitarist.
I just kind of sit there in Discord chats with friends and that, and I'll try and beatbox and play the harmonica at the same time. Apparently, I'm good, but I'm awful. I'm generally awful, and I'm not going to play on live stream. So, Yeah, that's
I
that.
did a vlog once with me beatboxing in my crash helmet, and it did actually sound quite good. You know,
Yeah, I'm quite good at doing like the really, really low notes.
Oh, right, that's it now. I've got an idea. The next motor vlog, we got to have some beatboxing in the microphone. Microphone.
Or singing.
Or singing.
No, you don't want to.
Moto vlog karaoke.
I want to hear Red Bull and Simon sing.
it could be like The Voice, couldn't it?
I used to be a professional singer, believe it or not.
Behind the mask. There you go.
The Masked Singer.
Yeah, the Masked Singer.
The Masked Winner.
You know, I was thinking earlier when I was making
Behind
food.
the visor. There you go.
I was thinking earlier while I was making food about these challenges you guys have, and sorry, I'm kind of confused. I've got 3 monitors, so I'm kind of tossing and turning my head. But the challenges you guys have are awesome, and we were speaking earlier about luggage and how luggage can affect the handling of the bike and everything like that. Now, I was thinking you guys could have like a challenge based around luggage where you have 2 bungee cords each or something like that, or 1, and you've got to figure out, you've got to try and squeeze as much luggage or as many items on the back of your bike as possible and ride. Person with the most items win.
Yeah, see, I thought about doing that, but last year I was thinking about doing that. I was like, I'm going to ride into Aldi's and I'm going to go in and I'm going to get a basket and fill it and see if I can get all that gear home. And I'll be putting stuff like into my jacket.
Yeah,
I'll be putting stuff on the back, try to get stuff under the seat, as much stuff onto the bike without physical luggage that I can, and that would be the challenge, wouldn't it? You know, to see how many you could get on there.
Yeah, I used to have a top box back in the day.
A bit like how many people you could get into a Mini. When was that? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I
mean, go to India. I'm sure they'll beat you.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I was going to say, Rev and Simon, I think my dad wants you to go out, and the only reason I've had to verify this with him on the phone, because just make sure he's on the mic or on the headphones and not on loudspeaker. He's having his BMW remaps, and he's got the full titanium exhaust going on it tomorrow.
No.
And obviously, I think he just wants to come over and flex a bit, doesn't he? So say no. Sorry, Boo Rider, you're not available tomorrow, and available on Sunday, and you won't be out.
Yeah. I'll be up there anyway, so
you could always hope it pisses down with rain. He'll come in his car then, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he will. Yeah. Well, yeah. It will come in his car either way, mate. I mean, even if it's sunny, he'll still come in his car.
Yeah, don't want to get the bike dirty.
No, yeah. I was saying he should have it hanging from his wall or something like that. Sorry, I interrupted, Carol.
No, you're okay. I don't know if anybody's mentioned it already, but I was quite sad to hear about Meatloaf passing.
Yeah, we did that. When we opened the show.
That in the opening, yeah,
that was sad. I saw that earlier.
Yeah, that was a biggie.
Only 74 as well. I mean, that's no age these days.
No age these days. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
A big lad, though, isn't he? You know,
exactly. Yeah. Because we had that. I don't know if you were in to watch because we were talking about this. Someone is on about the Lickety challenge, and I said it's just going down the rabbit hole now. You've had obviously Goofy's done the 10-minute vlog. And then I think it's Bikes, Beards and Brews has done the comedy challenge. You have to do a 10-minute comedy or 7-minute comedy challenge where you're not allowed to, it's basically silent movie. So you're not allowed to talk, but it's just you doing something silly, riding your bike or, you know, with a bit of background music. I've actually done a black and white one to Buster Keaton. The looks I got this week, because I did it on the GTR, and it's basically me with the bike, starting the bike, picture of me pointing at the keys, revving the bike up, putting my crash helmet on, doing a little silly dance before I got on the bike. But then I've got, you can switch camera angles. So I actually pulled up, Simon will know where I'm talking about, the Asda T-junction. So pulled up at the lights. I've actually dropped the side stand, got off the bike, done a little dance and got back on the bike. And the guy looked at me behind and went, it's basically Nescafe advert. yeah. But when I put it all together in black and white, it's going to be absolutely hilarious.
Howie, what are you doing, mate?
I'm licking my bike in 5 or 6 places.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, that is the Lickety challenge. You've got to basically lick your bike in at least 3 places. I'm like, where my bike's been, I wouldn't want to lick it in 3 places. I don't even want to lick the missus in 3 places.
I'm not licking my bike. It's the right old state. It's like muddy and yucky and yeah.
That's because you keep dropping it in the field, Paul.
I know.
It's only muck though. You know, it's fine. It's only muck.
Yeah. Gareth's just disappeared off, so yeah, some people need to work. See you soon, Gareth. Look after yourself. Intro about hell motorbike guitar is amazing. Exactly. I think Motley Crue copied it and did. I think it was Kickstart My Heart where they done the intro with like the bike revving up, and that was Kickstart My Heart. I think MT. No. Oh, yeah, he's just saying Night 2 MT. Brandon always looks silly with that white hoodie.
It's not white anymore, though, is it? It's sort of, well, it is on one side.
It depends if you use Persil or not, doesn't it?
You know, and the whole reason I got the white hoodie initially is because everyone in the club tends to go for like a red or a black or a blue or something like that. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to be different. In the summer, white's going to look nice. Evidently, it's not the summer. It's rubbish weather. And it's no longer white. It's black. Should have just stuck with black in the first place.
Exactly.
Well, it's two-tone. You've got the only two-tone hoodie ever.
Very, very true. Yeah,
but
that was good.
I've been encouraged by my father to try and start motor vlogging, because I don't do it at the moment.
Yeah, you should do. Yeah, just get out, do a bit of audio, and just.
I've got everything to do it with. I just don't do it. It's just time consuming to edit the videos and everything like that. Like, you need that spare time.
Yeah, I just
the
tend.
Ball ache part of it, isn't it? The editing. That's the bit that takes the longest, isn't it?
See, I tend, if I'm just doing something like a test ride, the only things I tend to edit are the super sausage runs. But if I'm just doing a test ride for the customer, I just tend to either use a hand clap to start, just so I can sync the audio if I'm using multiple cameras. And you can just tend to get your audio tracks so the click is together, or I just tend to use 3, 2, 1 because you'll get the spike of 3, 2, 1, and then just go in. So a lot of my videos, it's like 3, 2, 1, morning all, it's RB, and then on the outro I'll do exactly the same again. So I'll go, it's a big goodbye from me, pull up 3, 2, 1, and I'll know where my cut lines are. And it's just a case of put your intro, cut the 3, 2, 1, bang your main video, cut the 3, 2, 1 at the end and put your outro, job done, and just bang it in the editor. I don't even bother rendering anything now.
Wouldn't it be easier to use drift cameras because they auto sync?
Yeah. You can do multiple syncs. Now, obviously, my old drift cam is on my old helmet. My new one has got my new drift cam in. So what I'm going to do is try and sync up this one. The other drift that I've got is, I think you've got the Ghost X as well, Simon.
Yeah.
So it's literally 3 buttons on the top now. You're not messing around. You press it, and it bleeps when you turn it on, and when you turn it off, it goes dit. So you can actually hear it. The one thing that I did find is if you press the back button, you can take an instant photo while you're videoing.
Yeah.
Which is one of the things that I found, which is great. So if you find a really good shot, click it at the back. You've got an instant thumbnail for your video.
You do it all from the app. If you've got the app on your phone, you can manage it all from the app.
Yeah.
See, I've got I think I've got Drift Life and Drift on my phone.
When you're editing 2 videos together and you're trying to get them together, that's all very well if they're drift because they will all sync up. But if you're using, like I did on Cole Dutz's video, I used the 360. The bit of the film bit of the footage I edited out was where I beat the horn 3 times, and you got that great big spike on the audio track. And I just married the 2 of them up together and then spliced it after that and just deleted everything before then, and then you can shuffle it all around and do what you want. So that's how I do it. Sound the horn because it's and then just match up the audio tracks.
Quick one. Let's have a quick look. Western editing. Yeah, I'm the talent. Quick one from Bowie said, "Have you still got that knobhead magnet?"
Yeah, I'm looking through the manual. I can't find out how you remove it off the bike because I'm attracting them like nobody's business just lately. I really am.
Take the cows off the badge off, mate.
Did you see the one where I was out on the Derval, that lorry?
The Doleville, yeah, the lorry that pulled out by Berries, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
just pulled across
Jesus.
the road and waited, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
blocked the
And I'm
road
like,
up.
I thought, sod it. I'm not going to. If he can't see me and I try squeezing round the front of that and he pulls forward, I am not. I'll just let him go. I was like, but Jesus Christ, all the other car drivers coming the other way, and he backed it all the way up to the roundabout because he just sat there for about 10 seconds blocking the other lane.
Yeah.
Well, it happens to the best of us. I was watching Spicy 110's video earlier where he's taken out a spanking, lovely new bike, and a white van literally just pulls out right in front of him. And I have to commend his composure because all you got was, oh, well, I kind of expected that. I mean, I would be swearing my head off.
Exactly, yeah.
Western Riders just put a bit in there. Western Riders just put a bit in there about the Drift Ghost XL, which is the ones I've got. And you need to sort out the stabilisation so you can clamp them to your bike. I can actually clamp mine to my bike. It must not vibrate as much as other bikes because I get no vibration on it at all. So I don't know if that's just because of the GTR 14 tends not to vibrate or.
I got the XL. The only problem with the XL I found was with the microphone. You have to get a third-party microphone adapter because otherwise you get a lot of background and the wind noise. So you have to get this third-party microphone extension so that it cuts all that out.
Well, cat skin usually does that as well over the mic. That cuts an awful lot out. I haven't got it. I haven't got that. I've just got my normal phone mic in the crash helmet. But
See, people are saying, what's probably the best software to use? Obviously, Lockwood's got Shotgun. I've got Filmora, but I've got Filmora X because I paid the little bit of extra money for it. But you get all the extra add-ons. I think it's £90 for 3 months, and you can get access to absolutely everything on the website. So you can get some really good sort of little slides to add in, or little GIFs to go over the top of your stuff. And they do a lot of the social media icons as well that are absolutely really good just for rolling in and rolling out. So
I use Cyberlink Power Director, and that cost me £46 for the year's license on it. I get loads. You get loads of like downloadable stuff, social media packs, bloggers packs, and there's a lot more stuff in there than I'll ever use. And there's also thousands of music tracks you can use as well if you want. So
hey, Steve is in the room. It's the military biker.
How you doing, Stevie?
I was gonna. Oh no, you talking, Rev, or am I talking? Who's talking?
Go on, you crack on, mate.
All right. I was going to talk about software. The reason I keep doing this is because you're all naming software I've never even heard of. All these new software providers that have come out. I've tried motovlogging. I make videos basically. I'm really good at making more like gaming videos than anything. Like I like making montages and stuff of flashing effects and like syncing the sound with the video and things like that. So I'm thinking, motovlogging shouldn't be too hard, right? But yeah, all these new software that you guys, I use what I use, Sony Vegas, Lightroom for pictures, and then Adobe After Effects as well. And you guys are all coming out of all these, I guess, smaller companies in a sense that I've never even heard of. Maybe they're better than Adobe After Effects, Sony Vegas, and Lightroom.
What I'd say is down something like Filmora or Cyberlink, they do a free trial version. And all it means is that when you upload your video, you've basically got a big water stain right across the middle of your video, or it's normally at the bottom. But
if you want to try a really free one that's really good, Lightworks do. That's one I started with. Lightworks. That was a really good one to start on to learn how to do it. And then when I went to Cyberlink, it's done pretty much the same way.
Filmora is exactly the same, yeah.
Yeah. Have you guys ever used Audacity? Have you?
No.
Right, Audacity, you record your audio or you can import audio. You guys complain a lot about wind noise. So what you can do is you can do that test 1, 2, 3 at the start. You drag it into Audacity and you can get a pitch finder and it will actually remove that wind noise for you and make you clear as daylight.
Or you can, I think Cole Ducks does something similar because he records his audio separate from his video. So he's got a separate audio track and he trims it all out and does everything. It wasn't one of his videos on how he does his sound because he records his sound on his phone and then you got the sound from the camera. He puts the sound from the camera in the background, but the sound of him talking, he trims it all up and it is really, I call it impeccable audio because it really is clear as a bell sound.
That is really good. I suppose it's all down to how much you want to put into it, isn't it? You know, it's how much money you want to throw at it and how much time you want to throw at it.
Yeah. I mean, I want to throw as little time as possible at it, to be honest. So I'll quite happily just trim my video up, stick my intro and outro on it, and then just throw it on the net. That's, that's basically what I want to do.
No point half-assing it. End up with a Kawasaki. Like, bloody hell, eh?
Could be worse. Could be a Yamaha. But...
If you've got a Windows 10 PC, Cyberlink is usually factory loaded on your.
It's normally with the PC, yeah.
Well, yeah, I was just reading Exeter Ryder's comment. He says, no, Adobe is actually better because it's very much more involved, but the rest that they mentioned are easier to use for starters. So I guess that's just more advanced, I guess.
I agreed. Yeah, totally. I think if you're starting out, because obviously you're doing it as a hobby, aren't you? So if you're going to go out there and spend money, because Adobe costs money, and if you want to spend money every month, then it's obviously off your own back. So you're out there looking for freebies or whatever you can get for little cost. Even like Filmora's, as you say, Rev, it's not that expensive.
Exactly.
I think Adobe's a subscription nowadays, so you're having to fork that out every month.
£60 a month.
Carry on. I'm going to grab a coffee.
Yeah. But I think if you're starting out, you for me anyway, I started out with Shotcut because it was free, it's open source, and it does everything I need it to do. So I'm quite happy with that.
So, well, this is the thing, isn't it? I mean, I make videos of like montages of games and things like that anyway. So this is why I have those applications. Yeah. But I mean, maybe I take it back to basics for motovlogging. Maybe that's a thing. Maybe you guys don't want to see animations in motovlogging. I don't really know what the motovlogging scene's like. Is it younger generation? Is it older? I don't know.
It varies. It's right across the board, I think, really. There are some younger vloggers out there, but there's quite a lot of us that are middle-aged, shall we say.
I'm not seeing much input from Howie, mate. You seem to be sat there scratching your beard.
It's itchy.
He's fallen asleep.
No, I love Howie. Fucking, it's awesome. But no, he just kind of sits there, doesn't he? And listens.
I don't know. I think a lot of thing with vlogging is I suppose you've got to have the patter. Brandon, I think you probably get the patter. To be honest, I think you are.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I think you would be quite good. And at the end of the day, I think a lot of the time the camera's looking ahead, and I think you're just chatting away, and then it's whatever you're taking in, and it's whatever how you perceive it and what you're saying. I think you'd be quite good at it.
It's just one of those things.
You got a voice for chat, Brendan, I reckon.
Huh?
You got a quite good tone on your voice for chat.
Yeah.
Quite good.
He's a chatter merchant.
It's a listenable voice. You get people that have kinds of bloody squeaky, horrible, monotonal kind of little old junk. My voice.
Well, I'm not going to be a rev bomb. Let's put it that way.
I'm thinking of adopting a Scottish accent because that clearly is the most popular accent. Everyone loves that.
I don't know. I would say Irish is probably better.
Yeah, I can't.
You reckon? Yeah, you're right. But everyone loves an accent because it's just one of those things. I mean, if like me, you've got a face for radio, your camera's facing forward, so it don't matter how good you look. Luckily for me, but I think what people really want to see, a lot of people are either into two categories. They either do bike reviews, and they add value to it by telling you what they think. I mean, like case in point, you got Missenden Flyer, Spicy 110. They like to do bike reviews of new bikes. And then you got the people who just basically like going out and people like to see the views of where they are, especially during lockdown. You know, a lot of people couldn't get out, so it was an escape to see what other people do, what they get up to, where they ride, what they ride, and that was the grabbability factor of it, you know.
Yeah.
I think as well is when you do get the motor vlogs that I really do enjoy are the ones where there's chat going on. It's like dual vlogging and there's a bit of banter. I mean, we all watch the reviews. I mean, today I was looking at and I was getting about a third of the way in, and I'm thinking, I'm not ever going to buy myself a Royal Enfield. So why am I watching this? You know, and you start looking at this. Or I started looking at tents because I've been messing around with some camping gear. I thought, I got all the tents I want. I don't need any more. But the ones I do really enjoy is when you got a ride going on. There's a couple of guys that I watch it all from the Derbyshire. There's Fasty Rides and Crazy Legs on a bike. And they're doing one of their vlogs, it's all interactive chatter. And that's the kind of like, you know, the videos I really think are like the way forward with motor vlogging.
Yeah.
That's the kind of like thing that's the content that I'd like to do.
Yeah, my next question was, what are the categories? I mean, I could easily sit here and ride round all day and talk and do many illegal things like going 130 mile an hour and overtaking on corners. But I mean, what do people want to see?
Speedo, mate.
It's number plate, isn't it? Not speedo.
No, blur out your speedo because the police could use that as evidence.
See, that's another thing. I mean, I get told that if you post your video of you going, say, 100 mile an hour, within 2 weeks of you doing it, then they can charge you for it. But if you
it has happened.
If you do it after the 2 weeks, then they can't.
No, the problem comes is when they want to prosecute you for something like that. They've got to have a location which you can look at on the video. Then they've got to have a date and time, and then they've got to have an average speed. Now, I was reading a lot into this with one of these lawyer guys that puts out a lot of stuff, and he said, look, basically what they got to do, if they receive video of someone speeding, they're not going to bother chasing it up unless it involves dangerous driving. So if you're just doing 100 mile an hour down a straight empty road, then the chances are they are not going to proceed, because it costs a lot of money to work out exactly how fast you're going by landmarks and times and plates and daces and everything else. So what they're going to do is they're going to get that video and they're just going to push it to one side and say, the CPS aren't going to want it anyway. So they're going to push it one side unless it involves dangerous driving. Where if it involves dangerous driving, the likelihood are they are going to get a prosecution out of it and a conviction out of it. So then they will proceed it. So if you're just videoing yourself at 100 mile an hour, not a problem. But if you're, well, it's not a problem.
Doing wheelies or overtaking on a solid line or something, or
if you're filtering between cars at 100 mile an hour, they're going to want to look at you. You know, but if you're just riding 100 mile an hour, and they're not going to. It's too much time, effort, and money, and they can't afford it. They can't afford that time and effort to go into
I'm
it.
safe. I can't get my bike above 60 miles an hour, so I'm chilling.
Until it comes to a 20 mile an hour zone, and then you're buggered, Paul. Again, you do something like that past the school, then they're going to look at you.
Oh yeah.
What I would say, Brandon, is look at the big guys out there. Look at what they do, and the guys that have got 20, 30,000 subs. You know, some have even got 1 million subs. So look at what they do, and then effectively, if you want to be big, do what they do.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, I already use that.
Brandon. Yeah, sorry, Brandon. Look at you run the 1000cc club.
Correct.
So you start posting up in there your videos. How many of those people are going to watch your videos and subscribe to your channel? You're going to get a big leg up to start with.
Yeah, I'll probably get about 1,000 subs in a day or something like that, maybe.
You've been monetized.
Yeah, you do. That's it. You've made then. All you got to do is get your content out there.
Yeah,
and people will watch it. But I think somebody else said it in the side chat. I can't remember who it was, but they said, just put out what you want to put out and you're happy and comfortable doing. Because if you start doing stuff that you're not happy and comfortable doing, it will come across. Yeah. And then you'll be branded as fake, and that's it. People won't want to know.
Just be like me, ride like an idiot in the woods and fall off your bike.
Yeah, we all have a good laugh at it, and he gets lots of views on it.
Yeah, well, I'm tempted then, because I mean, I was looking at either the media mod for the GoPro or the external mic adapter for the GoPro, because obviously I've got the Drift as well, which is here or wherever, which is the Drift Ghost S, which is the old one, or the GoPro. But the issue is with the GoPro, you got a £50 adapter for the GoPro. £50 for a mic adapter. Are they having a laugh? £50.
Well, when you're paying £300 for a camera in the first place, that's nothing.
Yeah,
isn't it?
that's a bad point.
That's it there. $50 for that, chappy.
Yeah, mate, what a joke. So maybe if I squeeze my dad's left hand, he might, and he wants me to motovlog, not me.
Well, get him to buy your equipment then. There you go.
This is it, isn't it? Yeah. To be fair, though, it'll give me the option to ride the BMW at the same time as well, and I think that's what other people want to see, don't they? They want to see people.
I'll tell you what people do like. They do like ride reviews on bikes. The biggest video on my channel that's had nearly 8,000 views is my ride review of my bike, the GTR.
Yeah.
You know, so, and I road reviewed Andy's GS, and I've had 1,200 odd views on that. You know, and I think if people want to see, if I'm looking at buying a bike, I'm going to go and see what they like. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
If you review lots of different bikes, then you're going to get lots of people watching lots of videos.
A varied amount of people, aren't you? Some people like the 125, some people like 300, 500, 600 liters. Just no one seems to like those 1300s.
And Europeans.
Oh, 1400. That's the one.
I don't know, 8,000 views on one video. I think that's pretty good for 1,400.
I think that's good, mate.
And Red Bomb's going to ride review it as well. So
I should do a little video on yours. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
The other thing that other
I'm going to wait until it's nice and dry though, and you're not taking it out and getting it dirty. I do that.
The other thing that people like to see is that the first place I go to, if I've got a bit of an issue with the bike or anything mechanical, the go-to thing is either Google or YouTube. Now, YouTube is brilliant because if you've got someone that wants to do a little bit of maintenance on their own bike, and Simon did a good one about how to change out your pads on the front brake, because I was looking at doing that myself, and I was quite hesitant because, you know, messing around with your brakes on a motorbike, it's serious shit. But I thought, okay, let's go and find a YouTube video of someone trying to change their the mechanicals on the bike, the brakes, and I found a few. There was a few questionable ones. There's this scantily clad female, can't remember her name, but she does some yeah, and I was looking for a guide for me, and I found something, and I was enabled, you know, to have a go and do it myself. But that's the other thing that people are looking for. If you've got a bike that's a bit quirky and a bit different, and you're doing something for maintenance for that bike, you will get views because people actually search for it. All you got to do is remember, when you're doing your YouTube, is to use the tags and use all the keywords so that people can actually find you. And a lot of people actually forget to do that. And using a little piece of software called TubeBuddy, which goes along that, when you're looking at a popular YouTuber, it actually tells you what tags and what keywords they're using, so you can piggyback onto that and capitalize on their success, for want of a better phrase. But that's another sort of category.
It really depends what you want to do, doesn't it? It's whether you want to do it for the fun of it or you want to do it as a business and make some money out of it.
Yeah, like Del Boy's Garage. Is that one of the ones I'm thinking of? Where
Del Boy's Garage. Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Yeah,
I'll tell you a really good channel I do enjoy watching is Ed China's Garage.
Oh yeah,
I do like Ed China. I've always liked him from the old days when he was with old Brewer doing the cars up. And he's actually got a YouTube channel now, and that's where he sticks all of his stuff he's doing. And I like watching him work on stuff because he's an inventor. So you know, he gets right into the nitty gritty one. He turned an ice cream van, diesel ice cream van, into an electric ice cream van. And I found that interesting to watch, you know, so little things like that. Even though I don't like electric, as everybody will tell me. But.
Well, yeah, exactly.
It's like my very I'm rolling back now. My biggest watched video, June the 15th, when one of my very first videos I did And there's no intro, no outro on it, and it's the Lexmoto Titan scooter. Them Titan scooters, we've sold so many of them scooters. And all I did was ride demo of the Lexmoto Titan, nippy little scooter, and we've all got to start somewhere. Now that was June the 15th, 2018, and that's had 22,212, so 22222 views, so 22,222 views on that. And there's literally, I think, 9 comments on it. And then someone said, obviously, do the electric scooter. Now that cipher that we did, I did the first ride test on it. I had to re-record it 4 times because Phil said, take it out, but take it out in demo mode. And this is how you unrestrict. And he showed me how to unrestrict it, took it out, did it in normal mode. And then we unrestricted the thing. And as I pulled away, I'm like, holy fucking shit, this thing. I swore. Got to the next one, and I went, oh, Jesus Christ. And I'm like, no, can't use that. I had to reshoot the video 4 times. But then I did the actual how to unlock the cipher, how to de-restrict the cipher. And it was a case of turn the throttle, hold the front brake, turn the ignition on, hold for 5 seconds, unrestricted. And the same to re-restrict it. That got shared by so many Lexmoto dealers because people didn't know how to unrestrict the cipher. But then there was a big disclaimer that appeared at the bottom saying, if you unrestrict the bike, you are voiding the warranty and it can buckle the batteries or knacker the controller up. And this woman actually phoned the garage and said, right, I've watched your video. My son's got his bike in at a Lexmoto dealers and they got to replace the battery and the controller because you told him to unrestrict it. I said, I didn't tell him to unrestrict it at all. There is a video how to unrestrict it. Well, he watched it. He went and unrestricted it and he's knackered his bike up thanks to you. And I went, did you watch the entire video and look at the comments? And she went, why is that? I said, because halfway through the video, I mentioned that if you unrestrict the bike, it voids any warranty because it can damage the motorcycle unless you get the bigger battery for it and buy the new controller. Well, how much is a new battery? £800. How much is a controller? £600. Well, how much is the bike? £2,000. Oh, your son obviously watched the first 20 seconds and clicked off the video then and didn't read any of the subheading. That's why there is a disclaimer all over the video. And she, oh, all right. YMCA. I am not singing any of those yet. I've actually got a track on here. I used to go out as a Tony Hadley lookalike and do Through the Barricades and all the Spandau hits until I knackered my voice up. So that's why I got a deep voice, because I ended up with nodules on the voice box from doing too many rock tracks with the band. Now we'll know that. Raucous voice, yeah. So yeah, I gave up the singing challenge.
No, singing not good. Singing not great.
I am a shit hot guitarist though. Especially if you're doing slide blues. But
I say you resemble Jack Black.
Close. Whip crack went his early tail when the beast was done.
Right, said Fred Food Riders. Yeah.
This is just
here we go. Here we go.
It's a Japanese song. It's called Tuning. A bit of Tennessee.
To learn
a bit of Tennessee whiskey. I could do a bit of that. Used to spend my time down at the bar room.
Oh, he's singing. You got it going, Brandon.
Oh, male stripper at a man parish. Was a male stripper in a go-go bar. That was a good tune.
Oh my God, he knows the words as well. Look at that.
I used to play it all the time. I'll tell you, the easiest way to do it, I think my videos are still up on YouTube. Hang on, let me just go into my other. I have 2 channels on YouTube.
Oh,
yeah.
So you're on the dark web, are you?
Channel.
Have you got 2 phones as well?
Oh God, there are loads. If you go and type in No, there's loads of me doing discos. There's a load of me doing karaoke. There's a lot of weddings of me. A couple of aerial displays with because I used to be a drone pilot as well, so we used to do drones. So there is my drone footage of an aerial display. Wow, it's had 72 views.
Is that under your real name?
No, that's under the company name. So let me go into. I'm sure there is one of me. Let's have a quick look. Go into videos. I've got Tom Jones on there. Take That tribute.
It's not unusual.
Yeah, Dirty Dancing tribute night. Take off that.
Well,
loads of drone footage, but there should be one in here called Starman's Umbrella. And we took. Do you remember the track? I think BT used it for their intro. And I actually did the very first mix of it, and some bugger nicked it and put it in the charts. Let me have a quick look. God, there is a really, really early one of me from when I used to run the roller rink in Milton Keynes, Simon. Rollers, 14 years ago.
God,
Yeah.
I remember that hole. Yeah.
Oh God, it's had 10. Yeah, this one's had 10,000 views. So yeah, Starman's Umbrella it was called.
Lockwood's Umbrella, more right.
Yeah. So it's basically Rihanna Umbrella over the top of the Starman theme. MT Divine, you think you're a man? Yeah, actually met
I
him.
found it. Dave T.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, Starman's Umbrella, 10,000 views.
With GoDaddy websites plus marketing e-commerce.
This is where I get monetized again. Demonetized.
Yeah.
Yeah, intro of Umbrella. And then Starman over the top.
I love in the 90s editing on the.
Yeah, that was done on an old bit of editing. I think it was Windows Multimedia Player or something.
Yeah, 10,000 views. Oh, Jesus. February the 12th, 2011.
Yeah. Old video. Very old
When the
video.
internet started. When the internet was born.
That's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I used to do a lot of mixing.
56k modems. Yeah.
We had we used to do a lot of mix nights. So I used to run a place called Heaven in London, one of the biggest gay clubs in the UK. Camden Palace.
You lot would run it together, did you?
Yeah. What was the one in Scotland, in Glasgow? The Galtymore. I think it was called the the Galtymore.
So let me just check that my sources. Lockwood, is that right?
Yeah. We used to do a lot of tours as well, so yeah, it was absolute nuts. But yeah, my old channel's not that bad. We did. There's a lot of them that have been the videos have been removed due to obviously us playing music on YouTube. The funniest one, we had a band called 80s Reunion, and oh my God, the girl could not sing to save her life. She was awful. But a lot of it is just weddings, aerials, and a lot of my. I've even got footage of the village actually. Where one of the guys, the owner of the pub, said to me, he said, we're looking for some drone footage of the pub. How much do you charge? And I went, I'll tell you what, you give me a meal for the night and a couple of drinks and I'll come and video your pub. So I did that and got a little bit of money out of it as well. But God, I've got loads of it. Most of them are only about 80 views because we put them up for the purposes of all the people that couldn't make the wedding to go and watch it. So, I think the last one we did, that was our last wedding, was 2 years ago, and it had 56 views on it. But it was.
Simon,
it was.
Oh, sorry, no, Carol.
Go on.
I was going to say, Simon, did you go to your 40s reunion?
Sorry, I can't hear you. I'm so old, I'm deaf. Sorry, what?
Just thought I'd throw that out there quick. Basically, Simon did a live stream last Friday after this live stream, and I must have spent the whole night until 1 o'clock just reminding him how old he was.
Yeah.
He's only a spring chicken.
Yeah, and
compared to
Karma's
me.
a bitch. Look how dirty you got on Sunday.
Yeah, I know.
we have the evidence. So it's like
I was hoping those pictures weren't going to surface, and then it surfaced, and someone stuck it on 1,000.
I'll tell you what,
blow up.
I TikToked it as a video, and the TikTok is doing really, really well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's have a quick look.
That's it, boys. You want me as a thumbnail? That's fiver, please.
Yeah, 178 views at the moment. So yeah, but I keep getting TikTok ads from people I've never heard of, and it's like, come follow me back. No, thank you.
I post on TikTok for fun. Got 22,000 followers. It's kind of just that. Well, 18.8 thousand. Sorry, not 22,000. And
apparently, what's getting more popular now is the YouTube Shorts, because TikTok is becoming a little bit. You can't escape certain things that are sort of coming onto your page.
Yeah, that's
YouTube
true.
Shorts is apparently the way to go if you're actually quite serious about promoting stuff or doing something of value. TikTok is becoming a bit of a. It was good during the lockdown. Everyone really went on TikTok. It was a good thing to sort of have a bit of escape, but it's becoming a little bit.
I tell you what, I learned from TikTok. I learned how to clickbait the professional way.
Oh,
that's what I've learned from TikTok.
Yeah,
I see YouTubers clickbaiting all the time, and I was like, how do you do that? And I went onto TikTok, and like one of my videos got like 3.4 million views, and it's because I clickbaited it. And it was literally nothing but a clickbait. There was no actual. I titled. I was like, "Fire in the Tunnel." It was called titled. There was no fire. There was no tunnel. And it got 3.4 million views, and like the watch time on it was like something like 40 million hours or something stupid.
Just looking for everybody wait until the end to look for this fire in the tunnel.
Yeah. That's it. yeah. So I've learned a lot. I've learned how to clickbait. So
wasn't you farting in a jar, was it?
No, it wasn't. That was Howie. That's why he's all quiet.
You see, what's his name? I'm just trying to find his channel at the moment. Richie Vida. Now he's obviously is it Wild Bad? I think he's Wild Bad Riding or something on
Wild Bad Touring.
Wild Bad Touring, yeah. So Richie Vida's got his channel, but he's more known for Richie and his band. And my missus is absolutely mad about his music.
Yeah.
And he did a series, I think it was during lockdown last year, where he was doing his lockdown videos. And she sat and watched him, and she went, "Oh God, that guy's singing in the garden with just his guitar." I went, "Yeah, it's Richie Vida." And she went, "Oh, he's not a musician." I said, "He's a musician, but he's also a bike rider." And when we did MCN Live, when I took Phil up there, Richie was up there, and I actually FaceTimed the missus. I went, "Look, Richie's here," and she went, "Oh, hello," and he actually recognised her. "Oh, hello, Mel, how are you?" And I said to him, "You've got to do some more music." He said, "I'm too busy riding at the moment to, do any of my music." But he's just a down to earth guy, just like Bruce from Teapot One. Bruce is just such a nice guy, but Christ, he's tall. I had to come away with a bad neck trying to talk up to him.
Yeah, really?
I
don't think he was that big.
Yeah,
Bruce, I'd say about 6'4", 6'6".
Oh, Bruce, yeah.
He's massive. Yeah,
60,
big guy.
60,000 subscribers Bruce has got now.
Yeah, but he does it full time now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, he left the Met, didn't he? Because he got reported for speeding by one of his former colleagues or something.
Yeah, he got grassed.
Yeah,
and then he did his world tour on a jigsaw, didn't he?
Yeah.
He did that as well. Yeah.
Well, that's the whole reason why I bought a Sinis Terrain 125 was off the back of his review, because I thought to myself, if someone that big can get on a 125 and actually be quite comfy, then that'll be good for me.
Or he was just trying to upsell it because they paid him.
Probably. Yeah. That's very skeptical of you, Brandon. Very skeptical.
I've never done a thing like that. It's not like Michelin or.
Lately, do you see Mr. Fisher's got himself a new bike? He's got a 125, but he crashed it the other day. He reckons he bought it before he crashed it. I don't know if you've seen his video on the ice.
Oh no, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah,
quite good. Yeah,
a recent purchase. Is this just a new bike he's bought?
I've got this up to watch.
The last two videos, the first video, he's riding it up by Box Hill, and it's not even a big bend. It's just black ice, and there's a couple of cyclists go past him, and he's scraped it all down one side. And then the next video he brings out is I'm going to reveal the new bike reveal, and this is me. I won't show you the bike yet. And then he pans around, and I thought, yeah, it's the one you dropped the other day. You know, you think. You think, now have you brought it because you dropped it? And he's adamant. He said, no, I brought it before I actually. And he said, I'll buy a bike and then I'll wreck it. But
Howie, do you live near Box Hill? Do you?
Me? No, nowhere near it.
Oh, damn. I thought
no,
as you mentioned
I'm down near Glastonbury. Is where I am.
Oh wow.
You can't hear it from here, but it's the bloody roads get completely choked up when it's on.
Oh, I bet.
It's like one of my other videos, because we don't do many big bikes. Ours is most of the Lex Motors we do are all 125. And we obviously had the Lonsin Vogue in, and they said, oh, we'll send you a Lonsin Vogue. And I went, oh, right, brilliant. Let's get a ride with you. I think mine is about 9.6 thousand views. But then obviously I went and called it the Lex Moto Vogue, and I'm like, and it wasn't. It was the Lonsin Vogue. And it wasn't until Exeter come in and said, you've actually got the name wrong. And I'm like, crap, go in and change it quick. But then obviously Exeter had one as well. You go and look at Exeter's one. He's done quite a few, but there's one where he's Nathan Millward, where he's having a chat about the two bikes. And then he's done quite a few more, but he's at like 10,000. He's had 9,000 on one. But his review, and then of course the bit with Epic Adam in the background doing this. And everybody's gone and watched that video just for the fact that there's a little bit of comedy in the background. And he's like, come on. But, that's a great video. And people keep coming back and say, oh, have you got any more Lonsin Vogues in? No, can't get them at the moment. They're old of. But a lot of people say, oh, yeah. But, we've watched yours and we've gone and watched Exeter's. I'm like, yeah. Oh, but it's two totally different rides. And I went, yeah, Exeter goes more in depth. I just go out and ride the damn thing. And it's from a rider's point of view. I love the bike. If I had the money and I wanted a 500, I would go and get one because it was a really comfortable ride. And Nathan, obviously Nathan did a really good review on it as well, which is good.
Have you guys ever heard of Mark Pulling? He does lots of reviews, and he did one recently on the Vogue 500. And it really does look like a nice, tidy bike. It's a real contender for the CB 500X. Chronic.
Yeah, very, very good bike. Quick one from MT, because obviously he just said he got his Michigan because of Rev Bomb's reviews.
Michigan's a lovely bike.
It is, but I don't like the new one.
Why?
Two Michigans we've had. One, when it comes to us, because you have to put the whole thing together. The whole front end has to be built because it's just such a high bike, high bars on it, front wheel on it. We've built 3 now. Got 3 in the showroom. We've sold 1. The first one, we couldn't get the bars to line up. The little bolt wouldn't line down properly on the handlebars, so we sorted that one. The third one we built up. Number 2 bike, which was the green one, went to get it all up. All fired up nicely, all looks good, everything works on it. Took it out for a ride test, and I tend to ride down the road, put the main beam on the straight where there's no traffic and just check it. As I turn the left-hand corner, the main beam goes off. As I turn the right-hand corner, the main beam goes off. So we had it apart today. Get the headlight out, let's have a look at it. It's got to be, one of the connectors isn't in, it's got to be a pin out on something. He went through every single connector. Everything is fine. And then it wasn't until he got hold of the loom and lifted the loom, the main beam kept going on and off. We've got a break in the loom. And it's the main wiring loom. Yeah. Yeah, which is a full strip down of the bike, and you're looking about 5 hours. So
that eats into the margin somewhat, doesn't it?
Yeah, so it's covered under warranty, but that's 5 hours of mechanics labour to strip the bike down. So we're going to be losing hand over foot on that one unless it's a quick resolve. But I've passed that to Phil for the morning, so Phil can do that. Get your probe out, go and trace the wiring for me. It's going to be a plug somewhere in that loom that's all taped up, or there's one of the connectors, bullet connectors, isn't making a good contact. But we'll sort it anyway. A couple of quick ones. Mark Pulling's done one. Mark did the DSX. So yeah, cheers for that. In black, it's lovely. Do you know John Quick from 4CBs? I think that was a.
I was just talking to West, and he said he.
Oh yeah, yes, he does. Yeah.
I was just trying to.
Just round the corner, but well, that's COVID for you. Yeah. Any about Rev, or does it not work? Like you can, but obviously the customer's then got to wait for his bike, and it's the only green one I've got, so it's quicker to do a quick fix on it. We've got a cipher in. We've had that cipher since last year. Sold the bike. Luckily, I had a blue one that was backed up, and I don't register any bike until I've done that second and final ride test, just in case I get an issue. Because once it's registered, you've got a second-hand bike on your hands. So I tend to leave everything to the last day before I register. But we took the cipher out, battery drain. Went to restart it, bike would not fire up. The main controller's gone kaput. We had plugged in on it, sorted it all out. It would not fire up on the electric battery. So that one's being packed up and sent back because I can't get any further on it. So get rid of that. Tell him he's a plonker. There's a personal chat going on here. I'm like, yeah, teacher's subject. MT loves his little Michigan, but he's got obviously the Euro 4, a lot better. Euro 4 Titan didn't like it. Exhaust kept falling off, or the exhaust guards kept falling off. The new Euro 5, they went and changed the exhaust guard to a steel one. So the new Titan's a lot better. The new LXRs, love them to bits. I've got another ride test to do. I've got another black one that's going out tomorrow. But just off the back of all the issues they had with the lock barrels filling with water, they went and redesigned the lock system on it. So we've not had any issues so far. Quick one is I've not seen them since the last riding. There's a lot of people we haven't seen since obviously COVID kicked down last year. A lot of people aren't getting out anymore, and that was that. I think that was all followed. I think we locked down in March, and obviously Super Sausage went and shut. But all the people that went to Super Sausage decided, right, we're going to go off, and I think it was either H Cafe or the other one. Got up by Leicester. I think it was Loomis or something. Load of them went off to that bike cafe, and 40 of them caught COVID that weekend. Just one person wandering around in the crowd. And I think it was 3 or 4 of the guys that went to Super Sausage actually passed away with COVID. So, yeah. Because when someone messaged me and said, "Are you still alive?" and there, I went, "Yeah, I'm still alive." The guy with the green Kawasaki's died at Super Sausage. Well, it ain't me, mate, and I've got a green Kawasaki. I'm still alive. And it turned out it was that the young lad that used to work on the gate, Simon, the little 24-year-old. Yeah, 24. He went to the gym 3 nights a week, didn't smoke, didn't drink, 24, and it got him in a week. And it was like, Jesus Christ, you know. Right, Exeter's off, guys. So thanks, Exeter, for popping in, buddy. Good to speak to you again. Yeah. Don't forget to go and sub to his channel if you haven't subbed Exeter's channel and Howie's channel, and obviously it was Loomis. Yeah, it was. Yeah, Western. It was Loomis. Yeah, I thought it was one of those bike cafes that everyone got COVID. But yeah, that wasn't nice last year. We lost a lot of good people. So I think Jim lost I think it was his father, wasn't it, or something? It was quite a lot of people lost their parents as well. So horrible disease.
Yeah, I think it was 1 week in work. We lost 3 people in January last year. So.
Yeah, and you still got these people that are wandering around saying, "Oh, I wouldn't have any of these jabs because they can track you off the jabs. They've got this thing in. They've got nanovirus in the jabs. So they can track you." Well,
the best ones are the ones that believe COVID isn't real.
Yeah, they'll track you off of this a damn sight quicker.
Yeah. They already know where they are. Why do they need to track you?
Exactly. Yeah. But people are just, I'm not having that. It's all hype, I won't get COVID. And then they get COVID and like, oh, God, I've never felt so rough in my life. Go and get jabbed, people. It takes 2 minutes to go and have a jab, and you're protecting not just yourself, but your kids and your parents as well.
Right. I'm going to have to call it quits, guys, because I've got stuff to do. I was going to suggest not this Sunday, but next Sunday, if I can get my bike fixed, because I've got a battery issue on my bike. I think it's the rectifier. I'm gonna change that out. I've ordered a new one. If I can get that fixed for next Sunday, I'm gonna ride down to the Super Sausage. What time
I
do you
shall
want
be.
to get down there?
Me and Simon, and normally he won't be out this weekend. I don't think he's on kitchen duty. So
No,
Mate,
not this Sunday. Next Sunday.
yeah, we're both there every Sunday, normally between 9 and 9:30. So we normally meet at the garage for 9, ride to Sausage. We're normally on site for about 9:30.
9. I'm gonna have to be up and out by 7 then. That's a bit early.
Yeah, well, we're there till 11 anyway. 11 hour past. As long as I'm back by midday, because otherwise the missus turns me into a pumpkin.
How long does it take you to get down there, Paul?
Go on, mate.
How long does it take you to get down there?
Well, my bike is garaged at the moment in Essex, and I now live in St Neots. So I'm going to be taking the bike from Essex all the way to the Super Sausage, and then from there I'm taking the bike back up to St Neots. So I'm going to have a nice round trip of about, what do you reckon that is, about 120 miles?
200?
Yeah, it's about 150, 200 miles.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's not that bad.
Just
that
have the
sounds
weather
all right.
It is on a 125.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be a laugh. And then when I pass my test, I'll be able to do it on my CBF 1000.
Yay! Which is running very, very. I brought that out this morning, so she's looking very, very nice at the moment.
I'm looking forward to the ride review on that one.
Don't bother taking it apart to do the trailing arm. Can you just not mask it up and just spray it?
I have gone out and spent money on a little tool. It's basically a long rotational screwdriver with a little wire brush on the end, so I can actually get it in there and get all the rust off, and then we're just going to mask off around it. And I've got some spray soft hammer, so the smooth hammer. So I'm just going to smooth hammer it all for you.
Sounds like a bot shop job to me.
It was either
I
that.
wonder where he was going when he said he spent some money on a small tool.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I was thinking that as well, Simon.
Now she's got that in the bedside drawer, mate.
But yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there for about 10 o'clock next Sunday, and I'll have my camera on. Are you coming down, Brandon? You're not that far.
No, I'm probably closer to you, mate, than I am Super Sausage. So,
all right.
No, what date's that? Sorry, mate. I've got multiple monitors going on. I'm
next
just kind of
weekend.
listening. Next
Not
weekend.
this Sunday after.
Next weekend, yeah.
Yeah, next Sunday.
See what the weather's like. I don't want to go up again. Last Sunday, I only went up to surprise my dad. I mean, it only takes like 45 minutes to get up there in good weather anyway, so I'm not too sure.
It takes half the time with the front wheel in the air as well.
Well, I was being lenient with the 45 minutes. On SatNav, it says an hour and a half if you go up the M40. But I don't go that way. It's country roads.
Yeah, got to do some twisties on the way through.
I hate the motorway, man. It's just rubbish, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Always country roads.
It's okay in a GTR though. A GTR is a nice straight liner, isn't it?
Oh,
if it's a 1400, yeah, it just goes in straight lines. It doesn't go around corners.
Oh, it does go round corners, believe me. If you see the state
remember
of my
that when I overtake you on the roundabout, Brandon.
Yeah. my back tyre on my bike is completely squared off at the moment. It looks like a 50p piece where I've cornered it so bloody hard. As everyone keeps telling me, it's a hyper tourer. It is not a sports bike. It's not meant to go over that far. Yes, but it does, and it does it easily.
Yeah. Here's one for you, Simon. So you know that when I came up to you guys last Sunday, I was with an R1. That guy on an R1, the blue R1.
Yeah.
We were coming back, and we got where were we? We were at Aylesbury, and he got a puncture.
Oh Jesus!
No.
Mate, miles from home, like a good solid 70 miles from home, and we were Anyway, we plugged it because he had a plug kit on him. Anyway, the puncture, it wasn't a puncture. What it was like a tire rip. Where we were so throttle happy, he must have got caught on a stone or something, and it just ripped a hole actually in the tire. So it was taking 2 of the bungs to try and patch the hole.
Oh,
what a nightmare. And then we got on the this was before the A404, which is like Marlow bit. Some 80-year-old man randomly stopped and was like, he had like a puncher, an electric 12-volt pump. And I was like, you, mate, are an absolute legend. So he pulled over and he went on. He was like, I used to be a biker and everything like that. I was like, that is just amazing. And obviously tried giving him money, but he was like, no, just go. And so, yeah, we got on the M4 in the end after the A404. And yeah, he had like, he had 22 PSI in his rear tire. Because the bung just kept getting ripped out the tire.
Yeah.
But what do you do? I mean, I guess you call AA in a realistic terms, don't you?
I'll call AA and get them to relay me home. That's why I pay for it. Yeah.
He's got an R1. Yeah. Not saying that's any different, but
that would be the AA. That would be a relay home or somebody with a van throw it in the back of the van. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's why you hang about and wait, haven't you? Just got to hang about 2 hours and wait for the guys, maybe. But yeah.
That's literally what I said to him. I stuck it up on our Facebook page. I said, right, Mark's got a puncher. We had like 7 or 8 people message us straight back going, right, I'm over in Didcot or something like that. I can come up to see you and help you. I've got a van. I'll meet you by the Asda in High Wycombe. And we're like, no, it's all sorted. But it's just lovely to have that sort of community and that support around you.
You'll find that with bikers though, because you see a biker broke down at the side of the road. How many times have most of us turned around and gone back? Are you all right, buddy? Oh yeah, I've just parked up to stretch my legs, or I've run out of fuel. Right, jump on the back, then let's go and get you some fuel.
Yeah.
Yep.
You wouldn't get that with a car driver.
I helped someone push start a trike the other day. I thought I'd put my back out, but got it going. I was puffing like a total asthmatic trying to get the trike push started, and he was sat on it. I'm thinking, I thought you were going to push as well. It's only me pushing this great big 2-ton trike. And it got going. He bumped it, and I nearly fell flat on my face. And Jesus.
Knobbly knees.
And I thought he was going to stop and say thanks, but the bastard just rode off.
That's because you didn't want to stop.
It's where you come down the road and you see someone broke down on a Can-Am and you go, nah, sorry, that's what you get for buying that piece of crap.
Yeah.
I tell you what I have done before. You know, on all bikes, if you turn the key too far around, it goes into parked.
Yeah.
So you're still able to use like your heated grips that are wired to the ignition, because in theory the ignition is on, but it's in parked. So you can still use your hazards and everything like that. And I had it before on my 650 where I had done that, and the rear lights were on still, and I went to sleep, woke up, and I had to bump it, and it wouldn't bump because it's the compression rate's so high. You have to try and bump it in like 2nd or 3rd gear. And then I had the same thing. Yeah, someone bumped me, and I just rode off because I mean, you don't want to stop. If you stop, you've got the issue where you haven't charged the battery. It's just going to cut out again.
Yeah. You're having to bump it again, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah, we've all done that. And then the other issue as well. Remember, guys, if you do bump your bike, sometimes it can short the bike out a bit, and it can reset all your clocks. And I had the exact same thing on my Bandit, and I didn't know how to reset the time, so I was in like an American time zone on my Bandit. So every time I was like riding to work, I was like, right, I think that's 5 hours. Maybe that's 6. That's 5 past. No, that's 10 past. Yeah, I think I'm late. So yeah.
Or you could do what I did. I bump started my bike earlier this morning, and wasn't quick enough with the clutch, and I got dragged down the road. It was like Frank Spencer. I was being dragged down the road with a bike, and I managed to sort of like stop it, jump on, and I'm looking around thinking, I hope no one watched that. Someone was out there with their video camera. It'll be on YouTube later.
You've been framed, mate.
Been dragged along by a 125. That's me.
Was it reset back to kilometers there, Brendan?
It did, mate. Yeah, reset to KM, and I don't know who was talking, but yeah.
No, crack on. Don't know who
Well,
that
I'm
was.
going. I'll see you guys soon.
Yeah,
See you later, Paul. Look after yourself.
All the best, Paul.
Take it
Catch you
easy.
later, mate.
Quick one. I stopped once for a guy in Definition said he's okay. His wife wasn't happy because he'd stopped to have a wee behind a tree. Oh, Jesus. Yeah,
that is the thing, isn't it? I noticed that we spent 3 hours trying to get back from Super Sausage back home because of the puncher. I needed the toilet so bad. And I was just lucky that on the A404 where we pulled over, there was like an abandoned minibus. So I just had to go behind it. I was generally every bump in the road. I felt every bump, and I thought I myself.
Yeah,
it's an age thing.
It is an age thing.
It's like you're like Simon. You stop every half an hour.
Yeah. Well, Simon does every 5 minutes, doesn't he? I can do about half an hour.
I'll just wet myself now. It's easier.
Warm up.
Get the same effect with a heated seat.
Yeah, don't go past the toilet.
It's a nightmare, isn't it?
No.
Mad.
But yeah, there used to be a thing, didn't there? If you was in a lay-by on your motorbike, if you put your crash helmet by your back wheel, you wanted somebody to stop and give you a hand.
Was that a thing?
Was that a thing then?
I remember you saying this before, Simon. I'd never heard of that before. But I mean, it sounds logical, but I don't know.
It's definitely American.
I can't remember it, but yeah, I'm sure there was. If you wanted help, you put your crash helmet by the back wheel, and that was a signal to other bikers to stop. If you left your crash helmet on your petrol tank or whatever, it's like, no, I'm fine, carry on. You know,
I just strip and start flashing.
Yeah, you get all the wrong people to stop them, Brandon.
Yeah, that's very true.
Well, that's maybe you should have like a little skirt and just put it in with your tool wrap, you know, under the seat.
Flash a bit of knee, you know. Flash a knee pad. There you go.
See,
have a look at the slider. Pull over, boys.
When I had the ZX, because obviously that thing was an absolute babe magnet. Well, I used to have a couple of my missus will never go on my bike, and she said, she went, that's all right. Take your ride partners out. And one of my best mates was her. Let's see if I can find her. Little skinny thing. So that's her on the ZX. She was lovely.
Is she of age?
Yeah, she's 5 years younger than me.
Sorry, that was a wrong question. I was meant to say, really is she like within her 20s sort of thing?
Oh God, yeah, she's 50.
Fine.
But then me other one, and she was a bit of a nutter. Where is she? So that, believe it or not, that is my wife's workmate. So that's Danny.
Redhead.
Yeah, redhead. She actually went out with our mechanic at work and got him in a fight and got her jaw busted, but I'm not mentioning that. But she was huge. That's actually at Super Sausage, so it's just at the back of the garages by Super Sausage. She rode down on my ZX when the barrel bikers were there. Gets off the bike and she went, Harley's, goes running over to this Harley Springer and throws her leg over it and sits on it. And it was Bootsy's bike. And I'm like, get your ass off that bike. Why? You don't sit on another man's bike until he lets you. Of course, she's got this low-cut top on, cleavage all showing, chucks her leg over it. Next thing you know, all these bikers are all like, come sit on my bike. Come sit on my bike. I want to take a photo of you on my bike. All right. She must have done about 12 or 13 bikes, sat on these bikes, posing and leaning forward for the shots. And then she gets to the last
person who's probably done more than 12 or 13 bikes.
Yeah, but then she looks down. She's doing the last one because this guy's got sort of semi-ape hangers on it, but really wide ones. He said, lean over the bike a bit more. Get your head down as if you're riding it like a sports bike. Brilliant. Hold it there. Click. As she looks down, looks down, something's hanging out. Why didn't you tell me? And they went, that's why we let you sit on the bikes, love. Now get off of it. She's never been out with me since.
No.
Can't imagine why.
I don't know why. Quick one from Wesley says, nothing wrong with a preemptive wee before a ride out. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, especially when
psychological. As soon as you put your bike gear on, you've got to go. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's weird that, isn't it?
Yeah. And what
it's like when you're in the shower.
Yeah, one-piece levers on, you're stuffed.
You know what I find really, really hard, right, is if you go for a shit when you've got all your gear on and you can't get your leathers all the way down and you're sitting there with your legs shut together when you're trying to do a shit. Do you know what I mean, though? It's like,
hopefully it's not going to drop in the back of your levers.
yeah, it's like you just want to get them down up. You just want to get them past your knees, and you can't.
This conversation's really going downhill. But I'm gonna tell you now, there's nothing worse than riding while you need a shit. because you're already in that position.
Yeah,
You're already
yeah.
You're on sitting in the toilet position, aren't you? You're like, no.
Yeah, and the bumps are just pushing it further and further down to your ass, aren't they?
You cannot clench.
Yeah. Don't clench. Yeah.
Why was you speeding? I need a shit. Get out of the way.
Yeah. What was it? One of the jokes was it the guy had a big bike, and the coppers were chasing him, and he said, "Sorry, sir," he said, "we've just caught you doing 120." And he went, "Have you got a reason for that?" He went, "Yeah." He said, "My wife ran off with a copper. I thought you were bringing her back."
I saw that. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. That one's been around a bit. Oxford rain suits was. This is going very, very down the rabbit hole very, very quickly.
Oxford rain suits
tends to come out the rabbit hole as well, doesn't it, when you're sat on the toilet?
Well, yeah, exactly. Anyway, all good fun. 11:15. I am up in about 5.5 hours to head off to the garage for the morning. Are you going on, Simon?
Yes, he is.
Apparently I am, yeah.
All right, I'll let you take over the show. So don't forget, head across to Simon GTR's. For all the people that are watching this on rerun, skip past the bit about poo. Come up to the end of the channel where we're going to
Don't watch the last 4 minutes.
It's a genuine issue.
Yeah, watch this guy. Obviously, Simon, tell us a bit about yourself, channel, and get everyone to pop over to yours.
Simon GTR 1400. I talk bollocks and I attract knobheads. So,
Robert.
Yeah. Listen, I would say just look at the video on Tuesday night if you can. Come into the premiere. It's Burns night, Rabbie Burns night. Stuff going on in Scotland. So if you can, come and have a wee look at it, and we'll have a chat while we're sitting watching it.
Excellent.
Howie.
Right, nothing really to add. I might go over to Simon's in a bit. And I just go anywhere that'll have me, really.
Stray dog.
Obviously, Brandon.
Not a lot to really say, to be honest. New YouTube channel. I've had stuff prior to this, but maybe I'll commit and actually put full time into this and actually start. I can edit, but I'll just be uploading random shit, basically.
Brilliant.
That's what motovlogging is, mate.
That's what motovlogging is, exactly. Yep. Nice one, Howie. Right, guys, thanks very much. As always, if you are up our way, Super Sausage every Sunday with me from 9:30 onwards. The boys aren't with me this weekend, but obviously next Sunday, Simon GTR 1400 is there. Brandon is going to be there, probably with a huge pack of guys from the 1000cc club. Facebook 1000cc club, pop across, click a like on their channel. Follow it. Simon's channel, he's on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, he's everywhere. You can't get rid of him. Obviously go check out Lockwood's channel and Howie's. Until the next time, guys, but obviously have a good weekend, look after yourselves. And in the normal Rev Bomb bit, thanks to everybody in the side chat. So Weston, Crumbly, Exeter, Boo Rider, James Hicks, MT Belly, Code Grey, everyone that's popped in. Rowley's literally just stepped in the room. So Rowley, pop across to Simon's channel. He's carrying on the stream. Thanks to Code. Thanks to everybody. Whatever you're doing, guys, have a good weekend, though. And as always, be well, ride safe, and it's a big goodbye from me. Take care, guys.
See you later. Cheers, guys.